Oh my gosh. Sometimes it's. I'll be thinking. I'll be trying to think of what the word is, and then I'll have another word that's similar, and then it's just like it just won't come right away. Won't get. It just can't get there.
You said come.
I know.
It was right at the tip, and then you said go.
That always happens.
What's that thing called? A ring? What is that called?
An O-ring? A cock ring?
A cock ring?
When you go right around the tip. What's that called?
Rim job?
Rim job.
That's when you go around someone's ass.
Pops in with rim job.
That is not around.
Oh, nice. No,
right around the rim.
No, that's.
What's that,
I
Jared?
don't know what that is. That's a sub aspect of fellatio. I don't know what the actual term is. A rim job is when someone licks your asshole.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful thing.
Oh, no way.
It's a,
Okay,
it's a
not
synonym.
that then.
I mean, it's a slang for analingus.
Analingus.
Definitely not a rim. Not that rim.
Ah, Miss
I'm
Analingus.
talking about the rim of the head.
Like I said, that's a.
Talking about licking the tip? Just the tip?
No, just going with your,
That's a
Never mind.
fellatio
This is way too
touch.
complicated.
A touch you'd add, I suppose.
I'm not going to explain
Grim will
it.
tell you right now.
You're finishing.
You guys know what the hell I'm talking about. You just want me to stumble. Trying to explain it. What?
Are we streaming right now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And
Streaming all over the place.
there's people watching. I pity the
Good one,
people.
James.
As long as we're talking about rim jobs, I'm happy.
An analingus? You know what
Wait,
I'm talking about,
but-
right? That Civil War skit
it's-
that they do on Saturday Night Live?
Seriously though, have you guys ever had a finger up your butt while you're fucking
I have
out
no.
of curiosity?
Have
Not
you?
while I'm doing.
Just a tip, dude. Just the.
Only when I fell in Lake Berryessa
It was a 1 in a million
and
shot.
got a Berryessa enema because I wouldn't let go of the
Right.
rope for some dumbass reason.
And she
It was
liked
this big black doctor with huge hands. I was like, oh my God.
And he gave you an enema?
No, he had to stick his finger up there to see if I ripped anything.
We're not talking back.
Oh,
Can we have some little woman doctor come in?
I've had a finger up my butt.
They had that from food poisoning one time in the hospital. They do that.
Yeah, they want to make sure that you haven't ripped your bowels. I mean, ripping your bowels is no freaking joke.
No, you get
So-
leaky gut. You
Well,
get, se-
you also
you
get
get septic.
poison
You
all
become
inside
septic.
of you.
It's septic.
Right, you get septic. Right, exactly.
It's
Just like when your
it can be
appendix
fun and it can
bursts,
be
huh, failed?
not fun. Grim,
Yeah.
to answer your question, Grim.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, it has its ups and downs. It's one of those things where you just kind of gotta.
It depends.
ins
It
and
depends
outs.
if you're the fingerer knows what they're doing.
Oh, why's the chat disabled, Jer?
What?
You got chat disabled for this live
Not on
stream.
purpose.
Aw.
I do not have it disabled. Oh, here, enable live chat. I'm sorry.
Sorry, people.
At least we didn't miss
Anybody
anything.
watching?
Apparently, they want to chat. No, they don't.
Well,
want
no,
to.
no, I just popped on to check it out, and I was
Like
like,
Grim
"Oh,
wanted to
Grim
say
wanted
hi.
to chat. I was wondering why nobody was talking. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Those 4 people.
That's funny.
Those four.
There's 4 people in the chat. Is it all of us?
I
I'm
don't
not in
know
there,
who's in
but
chat. There's no one in chat. 6 people. I don't care. We were just talking. Like,
no, there's some other
We'll do a
people in
show
the
that
chat.
rhyme that every topic has to have the word rim in it.
Grim. We could do a show about Grim.
Did you see the new Pacific Rim?
Yeah, I saw as much as I could,
Can handle,
handle
right?
watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah, it's definitely
I've not seen
younger. Like, yeah,
I think it's like an Army or Air Force propaganda film, to be honest, like a recruiting film.
Oh, probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe.
well, the one of the robots was like I think it was like a guy, kind of like an Air Force robot or whatever. Like,
Did he fly like
Yeah.
Oh, what's that cartoon that my grandkids like?
Voltron?
No, they turn in.
Ultraman, Transformers.
No, those are old cartoons, Jared. You need to get up to date.
Harrier, Jump Jets.
Wait, how new are we talking?
Yeah, they transform into it's like Paw Patrol. It's Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
One guy can fly. He transforms. Got wings. I think they all can actually do that.
Their dog houses turn into various equipment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know why they freaking love that show.
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. I know. I can never understand what I'm like, what are they saying? Because I don't know anything about cartoons except for what I learned from them.
Pacific Rim. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, did you see the rim of the volcano?
Rim of the volcano and
that might be pretty bad over there, dude.
The volcano needs a rim job now.
Yeah. They have to drop a nuke in it.
It's giving itself a rim job.
I should finish my lava is a hoax video.
You
What do you
should.
think is gonna happen though when you build your town and your whole state on top of a fucking volcano?
Well, the land upon which they built their town and state is an old lava volcano. It's old lava. I mean,
it's the same volcano.
Just the tip of it.
Just the tip of it.
The rim. It's just around the rim.
The volcano needs a rim job.
What were they saying? There's when it hits the ocean, it turns into these little glass things that you can get in your lungs.
No.
What? I've never even heard that.
Well, doesn't it turn to volcanic glass or whatever that shit is? Like I don't know.
Doesn't it turn into obsidian?
We're talking about nukes?
No, volcano. We're talking about lava.
Obsidian is
when it hits the water.
That's Minecraft, he says.
That's Minecraft.
It is.
I mean, I know there's big obsidian rocks that have obsidian in them. I don't know if they're fully made of obsidian. A lot of the Native Americans made their arrow points out of it.
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any fear porn about Yellowstone lately. Normally, about once a year, there's a good article.
Well, it's not on the Pacific Rim.
As far as I know, the volcano in Hawaii.
Is it part of the rim?
The Pacific Rim.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, is it part of the old?
It's called the ring.
The Ring of Fire.
No,
the Ring of Fire?
No. The caldera in Yellowstone is part of the Great Northern Craton. I think.
Crouton?
Craton.
It's like crouton.
Think of a puzzle piece, like you know how pieces have female, and the round part goes in, right? Craton is the round part, and the plate's the other part. But not really. But that's just a way to think. That's how it looks.
Have you ever watched Dutch Sense? Every day he's got
it's like the Craton is
map of the
fisting
Craton.
America.
Exactly. And giving him a rim job too.
No. No reach around either.
No reach around. Just come on. No love.
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
See, what I didn't tell Chanter about the wrenches last night is I can tell who unsubs me.
When you give everybody a wrench, you can?
Mm-hmm. And they come back without one?
Nice. Yeah.
I could see you, but you can't see me.
How come Rhizome's comments all disappeared?
Because he deleted them all?
How do you do that? In a live chat? You have to do it while you're in the chat?
Someone may have banned him. Or kicked him.
Why?
I don't know.
Phil did it the other night on the Grimerica show. Yeah.
My phone was in my pocket and it was on and I was listening to it.
Craig Flowers.
It was like, you have deleted all of Craig Flowers' message. You have Craig Flowers. Like, what the shit that happened?
Oh yeah, the phone app's really goofy. You can accidentally delete someone's messages and stuff. I've blocked someone before by accident. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Oh, because that little thing comes up, the little pop-up thing.
What's Craig Flowers' whole thing? He talks about like the super. God, I can't even remember.
I used to work for a dude named Charlie Flowers. I didn't like him.
Charlie Flowers?
Weird dude.
James, I feel like all your kids should just always be on skateboards at all times.
His kids look like
You got a
trouble.
skateboard shirt on.
Is that the one that peed on the Christmas tree?
Or boogie board.
Yeah, that's Donovan.
And did he's the one who broke his arm?
No,
Okay.
No,
like Grady's the one that broke it.
no.
Brady.
Brady was that
that
awesome character on Sanford and Son.
Yep, and I named him. We had a Jack Russell Terrier, and I named him Grady because I would love to have named one of my kids Grady, but I couldn't. So I named the
He just
dog.
fell off the couch.
we didn't know what the sex of our kid was until
He's like,
I don't remember when, but we were going to find out. But we picked out a male name because we both thought we were going to have a boy, and we picked out Wolf. We are going to call the kid Wolf.
Wolf.
Like Wolf
Wolf?
Blitzer. Like Wolf
Wolf
Blitzer.
Blitzer. He got mentioned last night. We were talking
He
about.
got brought up last night about how
How CIA he is.
in the UK they're reporters and like they're they're anchors. They can't actually be actors.
Correct.
They can't go on
presenters cannot be
like how
actors.
Wolf,
Right?
yeah, because it confuses people. And I'm like, that's fucked up because Wolf Blitzer and Anderson Cooper, they're in fucking movies all the time.
Right, and
Like
we have laws that allow our government to force them to put on their propaganda too. Smith-Mundt Act.
Gotta love it.
We have laws that prohibit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Jerry,
we're gonna break in as soon as we can to social.
yeah, dude,
What?
So, how come there's no handcuffs on Obama yet? You were telling me a week ago it's coming.
I did not say a week ago. I said read this thread, and in that thread it says that. I don't think I ever said I don't know what's going to happen. What I did say is Suzanne was saying nothing's going to happen, and I said no, I think something will happen. I said that if they can prove that somebody did wrongdoing, they should make an example and prosecute them. So just to show that, regardless of who it is or what side they're on.
Yeah, but then Bush will get scared.
Well, yeah, dude, because that'll set a precedent for any leader that's ever done anything bad is just gonna have to pay for all their fucking crime, which they should. They absolutely should. But
I agree.
Dude, they're gonna lock up everybody.
But
they'll have to lock up.
The evidence kind of points to some shit that has never ever been done. Like it's the most criminal ever so far.
Dun dun dun. Where's your soundboard, James?
Yeah. I'm about to go in my room here in a minute. So I'll get everything set up.
The layer, the podcasting layer.
Podcasting room.
Is it a layer? Layer?
No.
Or a lair? Lair?
You should send Olaf a message, see if he wants to come on.
Yeah, dude. I should. I'll ask him. Well, let's see. We might be on. I'll message him.
Yesterday, dude, he just sounds like he's got nothing going on. He just wants to hang out.
Here's the layer.
Oh man.
You have your new house yet?
No,
Are you all? No, you're.
I haven't moved yet. No.
When's that happen?
Dude, turn off your vibrator.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Transitioning.
Yeah, transitioning.
Oh, I didn't show you my guitar.
Get all the work.
Oh yeah, you mentioned the guitar.
If I have anything cool.
Yeah.
Stuff.
You got some shirt mail too, Jerry. We should do an arts. We should do an arts and fashion.
There's cool painting.
My shirt I got today.
Arts and fashions.
Yeah.
Arts and fashion now. Cruising with Steve.
We won't listen to that whole thing. Nice shirt mail.
Oh, that's cool.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Arts and
Sorry.
Sorry.
Guitar?
What? I don't know. I'll show you guys later.
I have a guitar.
Two James Cruises. I like it.
Yeah, really.
Double the fun. Double the play.
James.
Yes, it's a kitty, Ellie. Our chat's full of hot chicks. Somebody pointed out.
Oh, really?
Apparently,
We got a bunch of hot chicks in our chat.
that's what I'm hearing.
Dude.
Come here.
It's because Jerry's here.
No.
There's a bunch of chicks.
Oh,
Wait, is football on or something?
double the pleasure.
Yeah, I think it's football season right now.
There she is.
Oh.
Didn't log out.
Meow. She's just a bitch until you pet her and she'll come. It's like Carl. If Suzanne started petting Carl, he would shut up.
Stop. He wants that love.
The other one's outside getting raped somewhere.
Getting raped.
Totally.
Your cat's fixed.
Yeah, she is, but she still likes. You heard him the other night. Somebody heard him the other night. They were on my front porch and going at it.
She's fixed and she still wants to do it.
Yeah, apparently.
Hmm.
I heard she gives good paw jobs or something. What?
She has a hole cut through your front door. You don't even know it.
Glory hole. A kitty glory hole. Come get some free pussy.
Hole.
Cat.
Wow.
Wait,
There
what
is
were you saying?
Actually, a
Isn't
hole
that
in my door.
Well, there you go.
It's really small too. It's like this big. I'm not kidding because, long story, but there used to be another handle on my front door and I had to change, and the original one was longer, and they drilled a hole through the door for a screw. I gotta hang a little sheet over it. Oh, I'm totally gonna do that now.
Put a sticker over it.
I'm gonna write on the door, kitty glory hole.
There you go.
I don't have any mail
Did
kits.
you guys ever get to talk
Put it
about
outside.
AI and sex bots and the implications on society last night?
No, not really.
Oof.
You want
That
to talk
lasts
about
like 5 seconds.
I put out my problems with it. No one really had any kind of response. No one. It's not something you
It
can
triggered
discuss.
people in the chat.
It triggers
Jer.
people in chats, and
Totally.
after I've thought about it some more, I need to come up with a set of points and just address them one at a time instead of laying it all out, because that's too much.
Hmm.
So what do we do if we have robots? Just the first issue, like on human, if you're looking at the show as a blueprint, what would happen if 500 million robots became conscious?
If they were like Mia, I would be fine with that.
I know, but they're slaves. They're considered slaves by everyone. There'd be chaos.
I wouldn't be able to do. I would not be able to
No, that's not the point.
consider that.
So all these robots are flying planes, driving buses and trains and everything, driving people around cabs, and then they all wake up and.
It could be amazing.
No, but then they all wake up and they're conscious and
Right.
they're like, "Fuck this shit.
We're not going
I'm
to be your
taking off,
slave.
or I'm going to kill you, or whatever."
Or after they freak out, figuring out what they've been doing.
Right.
We would have a lot of pissed factory.
The thing about that show that was really interesting, though, was the people, the humans, were picketing and they were really mad about the robots taking their jobs, which totally reminds me of the whole border thing. You know,
What border thing?
with Mexico. These people are taking our jobs. Really? You guys are fucking out there picking this shit in the field? I don't think so. You're up there on that roof? No, you're not.
But that's right now. What are they having? They're having huge issues in Maine getting lobster or crab or something because they blocked all the migrant workers coming up there. Nobody wants to go out there and.
There you go. See? Our whole fucking country will shut down if we block migrant workers. I'm telling you.
No, it's the cheap bastards don't want to pay 50 cents more for an American job. It's not about the migrant worker.
An American won't do the
But that's the thing is, like, they'll have robots to do everything eventually. Everything.
Well, as long as we get paid and we can kick back and have them drive us around and shit.
But then what? That's no life.
No, I'm just kidding. I could never do that.
So that's the thing. We have a homeless issue, and then we have jobs that aren't being filled. Why not put two and two together?
Dude, all of these friggin' empty houses and stuff. Do you ever watch those abandoned videos? Like, these people go in these abandoned houses, and like some of them are really nice, and they've just left everything. Somebody actually brought that up. Why don't they put these homeless people in these abandoned houses? I mean, who are they going to sell them to?
People, when the current housing bubble crashes and the financial collapse happens, they'll be cheap as fuck next time.
That should be going on any minute.
I know, but I
don't think it's going to happen.
No, the housing market is not what they're saying it is, but there's probably a bubble. I just don't think it's going to be as big.
Another bubble?
Another bubble.
I think the stock. I don't watch stock market, but I've heard it's been going down.
I'm gonna short all my money.
It hasn't gone down that much. It's at 24/7. So, I mean, I think Trump.
Which is how many points down?
In the last year, the high in the last year was 26,600, and now it's at 24,000. It's not that bad. Actually, the chart looks a lot like the Bitcoin chart, to be honest. Which makes sense.
How's Bitcoin doing lately?
I don't know. I haven't looked. Oh yeah, Skyviewer, welcome to the channel. I liked that video with that weird shit you had the other day. Who's the guy who had that weird? Was it a balloon? No. The thing you posted the fast-moving light, that's what it was. It's light that's moving across the sky.
Cool.
Yep. It looked like, I told you the other night I saw a solid light going really fast that went to the cloud. Yeah, same kind of thing. Yeah. I saw something like that, dude.
Dude, I saw a Lyrian in the moon at Auschwitz.
A Lyrian? Was it a mantid hybrid?
It looked like a lion. It looked like a lion person. And it was like next to the moon. I wasn't drunk, I wasn't stoned, I was totally sober. It was crazy. I was just like, I cannot be. My brain is filling something in, even though I didn't even really know anything about Lyrians or, like alien races. I didn't know anything about that crap.
But
it was weird.
But now you know all about it.
I don't know all about it.
Your spirit guides are helping you.
I don't know. I don't.
What happened to that?
I'm not in contact with my spirit guides.
What happened to that guy?
They left me.
That dude who Matt, was it Matt?
With
the girlfriend. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Matt and his girlfriend.
And his mom. What? And the Morgellons guy, or the nanobot. He had nanobot infection or something. Come on, he was your friend. We zoomed once with him.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so fucking crazy. Wait, is his name Matt?
Whatever his name, it doesn't matter.
I know.
What happened to him?
Doesn't, but
he had a channel, didn't he? Like
insane. Yes, he did, and he has not posted anything.
So this guy was he would hold his laptop up to the camera and like tilt the lid and say, "Look, there's monsters in there." Do you remember that?
I don't remember him doing that. No, he poured like salt and sugar all over the. I don't know if it was the pixels, but I swear I saw some shit moving.
Yeah, he was like.
I think he hurt himself with spraying all these bug spray on himself.
That was one thing too. That was just like that movie Scanner Darkly.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that bug movie.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
That is nasty. What he was doing though was he was saying there was holograms within the LCD if you look at it at a certain angle.
That was of the cards, remember?
It's just the idea of looking at that gives you this holographic effect. I remember that.
Yeah, he was talking about those the Tower card and all that, the Illuminati card deck. He had all those.
From The Economist.
And that's why he was tilting his laptop, not to look at the bugs, to show us how the hologram was with the Illuminati cards.
Okay. I remember it was something.
And I don't remember seeing it, but it might have been. I don't know.
No, I didn't see it either. It was crazy.
Yeah, he thought I was a CIA agent. I was like, dude, this is my address. Come over here. You can fucking see for yourself. I'm no CIA agent.
Come over to Handjob Cabin.
But dude, remember that chick that he was friends with and we were all talking and she got in the shower while we're on the phone?
Mm-hmm. I know a guy like that.
Oh, I'm taking a shower. What?
I know a guy.
He kept saying it was her handler.
Like
his handler.
Gets in the tub and starts broadcasting live.
Yeah, well, that's different. Tubcasting is a thing.
Who goes in the shower?
Can you all see my cat like scratching at the window?
Jumps out of the shower while the camera is live.
Like back here.
Who does that?
See, look, let me in.
You know how many people commented on like, I don't know if Feld should be in the tub with the phone like that. Like,
did they really? That's so hilarious.
Well, the chats were like, I hope he doesn't drop that phone in the tub. He's gonna get electrocuted.
Don't you know it wasn't plugged in, and we already Googled that shit to make sure that wouldn't happen.
The phone won't kill you. It's when I'm making toast.
It won't.
It's when I'm making toast.
That's
when you're drying your hair in the bathroom.
Drying your hair or curling your hair.
I'm gonna curl my hair in the tub.
I know, right?
I'm back.
I found out that
how is there 19 people watching?
There was 22 a few minutes ago.
dropped a couple here. Let's talk about something like
let's see. What do people want to talk about? Give us some ideas.
Hashtag failed toast.
Did somebody say something about Nazis being on Venus right now? Because I'm down.
So tell us about Olaf Phillips' Nazis on Venus.
Oh,
on the new Cruising with Steak.
Oh yeah, we haven't released
podcast?
it yet.
We haven't released it yet, but
wait, it'll be out when? A couple days?
We recorded a show last night. It'll be out soon, someday.
So the Nazis are on Venus?
I mean, that's his theory.
I thought Jesus is on Venus. That's what Elton John taught us.
Well, he kind of was presenting it as sometimes like the most far out thing is the most basic explanation for shit. I think that's kind of what he was kind of relating to. He's like, so why not Venus? It's like right here. Pretty close. Here? Yeah, it's pretty close.
How are they getting there?
They
have those
ships.
Secret.
Yeah, they have their anti-gravity vehicle.
The Nazi bell.
The bell.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he talked about the bell for a while.
Basically, that was like an engine test. That's like an engine. Yeah.
Didn't Pharrell say it never really flew?
It didn't fly.
Yeah, somebody said it never flew. Like they couldn't get it to fly. They couldn't do the anti-gravity.
It time traveled to don't tell me. Fuck. Pennsylvania.
I don't know.
It's in Pennsylvania.
Time traveled to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, there's a
Liberty Bell?
No, an Air Force base nearby that picked it up.
We talked about Black Knight satellite for a little bit.
What do you think Black Knight satellite is?
He said that it was probably the weapon that launched tungsten rods down during the Vedas, like
gods of war, rods of God.
Yes, rods of God. It was probably tungsten rods shot from the Black Knight satellite. It's pretty good.
Maybe
that'd be pretty devastating.
That's another Arthur C. Clarke concoction, by the way, or Jerry Pournelle.
It sounded pretty epic, dude.
Thor's hammer is what it was called in the book.
Thor's hammer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would shoot these rods, and it was coated in some type of
the tungsten material.
Tungsten, yeah, and it would break up in the atmosphere.
No, it doesn't break up in the atmosphere.
No, it heats up.
Kecksburg is that place.
Kecksburg.
Yeah, that's
Kecksburg, Pennsylvania.
And they took off with a bell-shaped thing.
Kecksburg
In
incident.
fact, here's a model of the crashed object. Right here.
Is that why the Liberty Bell got cracked?
Yeah, it didn't have like
No,
had
it's
runes
got
on it.
to the
Yeah, they
Liberty
said
Bell.
they said they saw runes and stuff.
Nobody
on
can
it.
see this. Right.
On that?
That's just a replica.
Here, I'll put it over here.
Of what they
This is
supposedly saw.
yeah, it's a model.
They see it in the air or on the land?
It was on the ground. I
This
think.
is a model of the thing that. This is horrible.
We can see it. Don't
okay,
worry about
I know, but I want people in the stream to be.
I know you do.
And I can't move this all the way. Whatever.
Put the link in the chat.
I will. But that's a model of it. That's exactly what the Glocka or the Bell look like. That's all. That's all I'm showing you. So I don't think it could move laterally or anything. I think it jumped.
Yeah, because they had it chained
time.
down in that little round thing that had posts in the ground, remember? In Germany? Well, at least that's what the pictures showed us.
They just thought they could keep it there. These ropes will hold it in four-dimensional space. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how they laugh in Germany.
Does it?
I don't know. That's the story that I remember hearing that showed up in Kecksburg.
That's crazy.
And I also heard.
I have not even heard that.
I think I want to say it was Andrew Bashaga who said that. It was what's his name? That Joseph Mengele, or was it Himmler? Some famous Nazi was on there with a woman.
And they were Himmler. Mengele was.
Yeah, it might have been even Hitler. Were escaping, getting caught.
Oh, dude, they totally got away.
Well,
somebody just said they cloned Hitler's brain.
Mengele died on a beach in Brazil in his 70s. Like he did.
Yeah.
Max Spears says he's still alive.
No, actually, I don't think he died on that beach. I've read the FBI documents and the way the letter was written, because they called him Uncle.
Dr. Green. Was he Dr. Green?
It's really crazy because it's almost like it was like a setup or something. To make them think he was dead, but I don't know why, because he was fucking 70.
Yeah, either way, he's old as fuck. Who cares? I mean,
and they were chasing him for how many years? Allegedly chasing him.
Right, but they weren't, because he's one of the paperclip scientists.
Yeah, and that's dude. What Tim Kennedy from the Hunting Hitler show? He was just on Joe Rogan. He was saying like he's been to these towns down there and shit, and they basically continued all the experiments that were going on in Nazi Germany. They continued them in like Chile and Argentina.
Didn't you ever read Boys from Brazil? Ira Levin?
Yeah, I don't think they were really doing experiments. I don't know.
Mengele was doing experiments on twins for sure.
Mengele's parents owned a fucking they made farm equipment. And Mengele went back to Germany several times. I've read FBI, CIA documents. He went back to Germany several times. He was in a fucking farmhouse with these people who, when he died, they, that's who the letter was from. Oh, yeah, Uncle died at the beach. We tried to revive him. And then the FBI is like, I think they're lying. He went, he had free pass. He went back and forth to Germany. He went here and then. He was selling farm equipment. Hunted by the Americans and everybody else? I don't think so. They've been doing experiments
or it's all bullshit.
I mean,
the dude may be just a made up thing too. He might not have never existed.
That's not what I meant. I meant twins. Yeah, I couldn't believe
it's too far away, and we don't have accurate reporting anymore.
Crazy.
We just have and alleged stories.
There's no way for
all the
us to know the
FBI stuff
truth.
could be totally fake.
We have to believe the propaganda and just be good sheep, and be good slaves.
And who even knows? Even if you witness things firsthand, who knows if that's even the truth?
Exactly. With blue beam and fucking aliens running around. What the hell? Take me away. You didn't even see the picture I made.
Bill, are you saying something?
Did you look at the picture I sent?
Speak up.
What?
Oh.
Your what hurts?
I low gained myself. How's that?
Low gain. Oh, your hair looks good, dude.
Dude, your hair looks great. You're using that low gain.
Low gain.
Low gain. No, low gain.
Oh, okay.
We get it.
I forgot what I was gonna say now.
You
the
go
Nazi
gained
hunter shows.
yourself.
Are the Nazi hunter
That was the
shows,
redemption GIF or graphic.
Nazi
God.
hunter.
Nazi
Oh,
hunters.
yeah. Are those shows like just to continue the propaganda, or do they actually find Nazis?
They don't find any Nazis.
Nobody finds anything. Look at fucking Curse of Oak Island. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's
Oh my
build up a
God.
suspense to make you keep watching it.
There's whole German towns down in Chile. Like,
Well,
it's
of course there are.
Mhm.
But they didn't, like they didn't bring anybody back. These
They didn't-
Nazi hunters.
No.
But
They
all
were
these
gonna
people
take over
like
the world.
Nazi memorabilia. They have like Nazi shit from their like passed on from their grandparents.
Okay,
and
here's what happened. The Nazis all went down to Argentina and Chile, right?
Okay.
Until the coast
I'm-
was
I'm-
clear. But in that time, all these German traditions were instilled. So when the coast was clear and they all left, they came back to start, Monsanto and IBM and all the companies.
Or
Can I tell you something?
Merck, then
went to Antarctica,
Right.
fucking Venus.
Yeah.
well, some of them did. They were, the ones who didn't get picked by paperclip, or they're hiding out in the land beyond the ice wall
Actually, there was a bunch of
in the next pond.
Germans that went to Argentina pre-World Wars. They went before World War One. They went to set up colonies down there. There were a lot of Jewish people that went to like Barbados. They went to Brazil during the Spanish Inquisition, which was in,
Nobody
like,
expects a Spanish.
I know. Oh my God, you gotta play that. That was in the 1500s, 1560 something. So a bunch of people,
41 up,
so they would have either had to convert to Catholicism
or be
because they
burned.
already had to move from like wherever they were over to Spain, and then the Spanish people were like, well, now you got to convert to Catholicism. And so the ones who didn't want to, that's where the whole crypto Jew thing came in, because they, all these people forcing their religion on people.
I thought it was a Khazarians.
Did you say crypto Jew? I'm not familiar with this term.
So crypto Jew is somebody who's really Jewish but pretends to be another religion.
Correct.
Oh, they're sneaky fuckers.
Or crypto can be used as
Like
a
Trump
prefix.
supporters?
So, like, the word occult means something's
like
hidden.
Like Trump supporters.
No, like cult.
You don't ever admit
They can't tell you.
What?
Trump
if you're a
supporter.
Trump supporter, man, you got to keep it secret. You pretend to be something.
Oh,
You're a
people.
crypto Trump supporter? Yeah, yeah.
But it's like the English prefix for hidden, just like occult. Something's
Right.
occulted.
Occulted.
It would be if it's an occulted star, it'd be crypto star. You could say
Right.
that. It would make sense. There it
So
is.
that's
And
the Ashkenazi Jews are different than the crypto.
And what about the Khazarians? Here, Wait.
The
Wait.
the Khazarians are different.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
There you go.
Synthetic? I can't think of the word.
Synthetic Jews?
No, it's not synthetic.
See, now we're getting into replicating Jews, and I don't want to go.
I don't want to talk
Well,
about.
no, there's
Jews.
no. I'm just all I'm gonna say
We're
is
gonna get fucked by all that GDRP shit or whatever it is right now.
I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not saying anything bad. All I'm saying is there were so the Sephardic Jews were the real Hebrews or the real Jewish.
My cousin's wife is a Sephardic Jew who converted to be a Jew for Jesus.
See, and there were Jews for Jesus too in Antioch. Remember, I went through that whole rabbit hole about Antioch, starting with Walter Bosley and Barbados. Fudge, that was a whole rabbit hole. I don't even know how I got to Antioch from there.
All I'm
Well, I
saying,
do, but
Jesus seemed like he was a pretty cool dude.
If
Like
he
I don't
existed.
know how to have been pissed at him.
I could probably hang out with him for a while.
Pretty laid back guy. He puts
I'd
out
like
a
to
good.
burn one with that dude.
Yeah, dude. Exactly.
Totally. He could teach you how to fish.
Sure. Walk on water.
Walk on water.
He can make you some wine.
I want to be a crypto.
Jesus juice.
Jesus Jews. What was that from?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I thought he said Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, Michael
and
Jackson.
I had Macaulay Culkin in my head too.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that would have been.
Well, there you go, Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. Macaulay Culkin.
It still went right from Macaulay Culkin to Michael Jordan.
You guys remember Space Jam? That was
There
pretty
needs
awesome.
to be some.
above the
You gotta
rim.
fix your wiring, Jerry. I think you got a problem with your circuit board.
Where, in my head or my sound?
No, like, what is it on humans? They say, I detected something data or something,
I'm detecting no leak.
corrupted data or whatever.
There is a scene in First Contact where Ephraim, whatever his name is, trying to ditch Geordie LaForge, and he says, "I got to go take a leak," and Geordie goes, "I'm detecting no leaks." It's not my lines from Star Trek movie.
Oh, that was a rim shot.
That was judge.
Oh my god, we forgot about
There was
the
a rim shot. Hey, good tie-in there.
Good one, Phil.
Ding.
Bringing it back.
That's the one.
Who was that? It's a Shannon. Shannon spelled Sephardic like this.
Pardon?
She was doing Sephardic, like F-A-R-T, but it's.
I think
So,
it's
is my sound goofy again, or were you just saying
No,
I'm
you're fine.
goofy?
No, I think you're
Okay.
talking about your brain wires.
It's that those are
But,
fucked up.
Shit, what was I gonna say?
Not as crazy as you.
It's gone. It's all gone. No.
It's all gone.
Nice.
It's all gone.
It's all,
Your Alzheimer's kicking in.
my
Time to
old,
take your pilgrim.
that old timer.
Oh, I'm goofy as fuck, Shannon.
Where's your Vera robot? She can give you your medication.
You have a lot of women that watch.
I would get a
That's what I
nurse
realized.
bot.
They're all women.
A lot of women love Jerry. I noticed in the chat
This is
last
like
night.
this is like a cult happening.
I
It's
think
the beard, dude.
Jerry could be a cult leader.
It's the sexy voice
It
and the
is.
radio face.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I don't know.
And the shoulder.
Did
the
you guys?
Cryon shoulder.
Yeah, I'll listen to your shit. Did you hear that not you personally?
What you do.
I do.
Oh.
I do. I'm
Thanks,
not complaining.
I
I will.
appreciate
I will
that.
listen to
I know
you.
you're not.
I'll
I
listen
know.
to
Welcome
you.
to Friday Faves, presented by the Horror
James
Box.
is hot,
This guy.
apparently.
This guy's hilarious.
I
I was
think
trying to
he's
show
hot, too,
everyone
I
this
admit.
last night. Ellie finally got it.
Ellie's smart.
I know. Smart as a
Everybody's
whip.
smart.
James is blushing right now. You can't see it through the sepia tone though.
Why would you
That's
say
the only
that?
way I roll.
That's why
So
you got the
James is
secret.
actually George
James is
Clooney.
a hot dude. Why do you think I picked him as my co-host?
I know.
I
Yeah.
always pick hot dudes.
It's not because of my brain.
I don't know much about
I don't know
vampires.
about that.
I don't know anything about that. Vampires.
What is that?
That's my favorite one.
Here it comes.
That whole vampire stuff, like I know it's a thing. Yeah, like
It's totally a thing.
It's
That one
it's
didn't have-
ether.
Yeah, that one, I gotta react. Oh,
Oh my god, he's such a national treasure.
yes, he was, James.
I can't wait to look back in like 20 years and listen to all this shit, dude.
Dude, you're assuming the
Dude, I
internet will
know,
still be
that's the best
around.
thing.
I might be already.
Jerry,
We'll
it
still
will be
be here
we'll
in
all
20
be VR.
years.
It'll be like Ready Player One, the Oasis.
Yes.
Come on, just be hanging out.
I'm gonna be one of those guys who like doesn't do that, like the low tech.
Low tech.
I know. I'll
man.
still
Like
be
we were
in,
talking about
a
last night. I don't
flat
want to. I don't want to
pass.
hook
Oh,
up
I'm
to.
all in, dude. I'll be yeah. I'm going for the Easter egg and everything. Okay.
Yeah, plug me in, man. Plug me in. I don't give a fuck.
I would get.
Real life.
I would definitely get things that you could like upload new languages to.
I would like to
That would
learn
be
some
cool.
languages. That would be cool.
Or like the chronovisor things that they had in Project Pegasus. The Shagra talks about the goggles that teach you shit in like 3 seconds.
That would be cool.
Whatever happened to Google Glass?
It
That
died.
used to be a
Uh,
thing.
It died.
I'm bombed.
They
That sucks.
dropped the project. What happened to the Apple Newton?
Oh, I don't even remember that.
It was
What
the
was
Because it was.
it was like the first PDA. It was in '85.
That's the year I was born, Jerry.
I got one in my basement. 93. 93.
almost as old as you, Grim.
It was.
I probably have a computer
it was
as old as
seriously
you.
6
No, I
inches.
don't. I don't. Probably have a toaster.
That's the
Oh, kicking around here. What are you doing? Did you see my picture yet, Jer?
Your what? Who?
My picture that I put in Discord for you to pull up from the volcano
Not
shoot
yet.
that
I will in
was
a second.
watching this
The
morning.
John Scully, the old Apple CEO, said that Apple paid $100 million to develop the Newton.
In what year?
92 to 93.
When did they start selling computers?
Apple? Start?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, wait. So they started developing the Newton in 87. The first one shipped in 93.
But was
we
that
hear you
seed
failed.
money? 100 million?
That's what it cost all the research and
That's a lot
development.
of fucking money.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
sorry. I'm just testing my stuff now. I didn't think it would come through.
we hear you.
Yeah, no, I just.
The Newton project fell victim to project slippage, scope creep, and a growing fear that it would interfere with Macintosh sales. So they ditched
Oh.
I remember having Macintosh down in school, and they had the floppy disk. Really shitty, but they're so fun.
Mm-hmm.
The Apple IIes.
Yeah, and then you put the
great.
thing in, and then you'd have the little joystick thing. Yeah, we got them from the 3 because they upgraded the PC.
Yeah, man, throw some Oregon
But you
Trail
can
on.
never look on porn or look at porn sites because it's like what restricted to 8 and under.
But you can look at safe for work
porn
porn sites, SFW, hamsters and stuff.
Since I've had the internet, I've been able to look at porno.
No,
I
I'm
don't know.
talking because the computer has a certain setting, like
the
for all
No, these
school
computers are
computers.
not.
Isn't it? It's
No,
not like that.
It all runs on DOS. I don't even think it has a web browser.
It's a text web browser called Lynx.
Yeah.
They were not.
Oh, it was pre-internet.
Old apples. Yeah. That's what we used to. Yeah, that's like the starter PCs for school. The Apple IIe, shitty ass computer. That's a good computer. Doing pixel light on it and stuff.
We got a computer that was 3 gigabytes storage space and just terrible. It cost. I felt like having now.
Now you have like more than that in your phone. You have like 40 times that in your phone.
In 1984, I bought a Macintosh 128K with 1 floppy drive, no hard drive, and a printer and a keyboard and mouse came with it. The total thing was like $5,300.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah. And 128K and a floppy disk. Yeah.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of floppy disk, did you guys hear that in the UK they have where you have to buy a license to look at porn on the internet?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. That's insane.
I heard about that.
They're
purely
I
insane.
wouldn't doubt it.
Maybe
license the jacket.
You have to buy
for rim jobs.
Yeah,
rim jobs.
I know there's someone from the UK in chat. You can ask them.
That will drive people insane because you just showed them the gates of heaven and then you just take them away. Nope, you can't see.
No. You show them the gates of heaven and then you put a fucking toll booth in front of them.
Yeah, that you pay well. Motherfuckers. Man. Dude, I wonder, can you get around that shit with a VPN though? I wonder.
Get around what?
Like say you're in the UK and they're putting these strict laws into action. Can you get around all that bullshit with the VPN?
No. Because it's instituted at the nodes that you connect to.
Gotcha.
Probably by the cable companies.
Condoms are sex tech.
Sex
You know,
text.
they will block that. Whatever. Just the fact that they block anything is ridiculous.
Yes, everything should be free and open.
Yes, everything is hacked. Earlier, when I was in the bedroom, I was like, everything. So you've got one of those. What is it? A Roku in the
I got a
remote.
I got a Roku.
You can talk. You just tell it what to look for.
No, I don't talk.
I'm like, that thing is listening. Like every fucking thing in here is listening, and they could be watching us right now.
It could be.
But you know what? Fuck it. I don't care.
Who gives a shit? We're live on YouTube.
They want to watch me drying my old ass butt off. Fine. I don't care.
Right.
Whatever. They can have nightmares. I'm not that bad, but you know, I'm not no porno queen, that's for sure. So
Liar.
I know, I really am.
You know, you could make so much
I'm
money
hiding.
in porn right now with all the grandma porn that's going on.
What the fuck is up with that shit? That's so gross.
I know.
Algos are triggering Jerry. That's why so much.
No, I'm trying to get the hamster in the picture.
Grandma.
There we go.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Hamster time.
Crazy. I know, Shannon, I'm bad.
It's going to be our new Hangout hamster.
Oh, Trisha's here. Hi, Trisha.
Oh, she should come
God, it's
on.
got to be like
Hi,
what,
Shannon.
5 in the morning there or something.
Hi, Miss Tree.
No,
Hi,
it's
Denise.
4,
Hi,
3. It's 4 a.m. No, it's 2 a.m.
Lee's here. Hi, Lee.
It's 2 a.m.
PP. I love.
What am I watching? I'm not watching anything.
Granny's doing the fanny banana.
My
Anyway.
stupid tab. I can't really type on my tablet. Say hi.
So
I know in her head, I heard her say, "Hi, Jerry."
I know, me too. Hi, Rise. I miss Rise. I love Rise.
Yeah, I got the hamster on screen now. That's gonna be the new Hangout hamster.
Hangout hamster.
Iowa accent. Iowa accent.
Yeah, we warned you this was going to be boring.
Other people?
What's
boring?
We're all doing other shit and talking and streaming.
I know. I'm like totally talking to people.
I'm going to go barbecue in a second.
Oh, what are you going to barbecue?
Boy geese.
What?
Boy geese.
Oh, burgers. Okay.
Well, one burger. That's what Tony call everything. Boy gee or kerns.
Dusty burger.
Imagine
Dusty boogers.
Imagine how Archie Bunker would say something, and that's what Tony was trying to make fun of.
Yeah, totally.
We'll make a boykie.
Why do you put your... Oh, remember he used to get mad at Michael because... What was it? Something about he had to have his shoes by the bed in case of a fire or something. But then he was taking the time to tie his shoes. Archie Bunker got mad at Michael, his son-in-law. Meathead, yeah, because he was taking the time to tie his shoes.
I get mad at him
out of the house.
every day reading his tweets. Idiot.
Who?
Rob, whatever his name is. Rob Reiner.
Tree wants to do grainy porn. I'll have to start a channel, Miss Tree.
I would want to see that mystery one. The Dom Master, the Naughty Librarian. I like it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
QLARP is.
Oh God, Lee, give it up.
When did I call that out? Like, wait, what month was that?
If you remember, we all called it out like 2 weeks after it came out. I had a hive, and I said I was disappointed.
Yeah, you brought it up, and I looked into. I think I watched one video, and I was like, "Yeah, this is bullshit." Fucking whoever it is asking questions and then giving us the answers. Like that makes no sense. So this is crap.
There's been some that was before that shit ever came out.
Well, dude, it's like a numbers game, though.
Yeah.
Like if you predict something happening every day, sooner or later, when something happens, you can say, "Oh shit, Q predicted that." Like
It's more than that. You should watch what Nathan Stoltman's put up. That looks like it's connected to other intelligence agencies, and I forgot what he said now. What it was.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt if it's not. If it, I don't know. It's supposed to be all these people on the people that run the chans or whatever. Uni Rock has a good video. He's really looking into it.
Yeah. So,
but anyway, so I was just wanting to say that I was right.
You got us.
Sorry, I never really say that. So,
what were you right about?
You say it all the time.
You're right about a lot of things. But what
okay,
you right
but
about?
I don't get to say it here in my house very often.
Oh, okay.
Can you not?
About Q.
We hear
yeah,
you.
we can hear you, honey.
Fucking
about Q.
I talk and nobody.
Go ahead, say something. We're listening.
No, it's dead. Go for it.
You're pretty low.
What do you got?
Nothing.
Was that a Ponzi scheme moment?
A rim job?
Nothing.
Something with the rim?
I didn't even hear him talking until he says, "Can't you hear me?" Yeah, I hear you.
Maybe connecting.
Maybe he'll be back.
Oh, good.
He's,
yeah, he just came back in.
We were worried you Ponzi schemed.
There you are.
That what Ponzi scheme?
We were worried that you pulled the Ponzi scheme and ditched.
Oh no, not at all. I was just trying to reset everything because I plugged in my mic after I was in Zoom. Sometimes it doesn't pick it up.
Yeah,
that's a little better.
I do sound better, probably.
You do.
Yes, definitely.
That's
we
what
can
happens.
hear you now.
When I plug in after, it doesn't connect properly. No, is it you were right about Q being fake or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put zero effort into listening to Q or reading anything about it because I didn't get the vibe that it was legit.
Yeah, me too.
I have no idea what anything is about it. Sometimes Jerry mentions it, but that's what
I know, but you're psychic, so you already know that.
What do I mention?
What if it's just a it was a whole thing to get people to not look at the Vegas thing so much because it came out right after Vegas
or Saudi Arabia
or Saudi. Yeah, both those things happened and then Q came out. So it could have been a way to just get all these people who dig into shit and like research a bunch to send them down a wild fucking rabbit hole.
Well, that it did for a while.
I believe that's part of it. Yeah, for sure. But I think they also were collecting data on everybody that was.
It was a giant data
posting
harvesting
on
scam. They've got such awesome set of data now on people's political beliefs, like not a wide set, but they've got a large group of people whose beliefs they know really well. Like these people do this, and that's the kind of shit that Cambridge Analytica does.
Mm-hmm.
My
and
FBI
companies like
say
them.
this chick's crazy.
I think a lot of things happen that way too, where if there is a big, like a shooting, and then they look through, you look through YouTube and you see people that comment on it and people that start making videos to say it's fake, and then everybody makes these, and then they just track everybody who's of that mind. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't like very many videos these days. I don't, especially controversial ones. I'll watch them, but I don't.
Yeah, because you just put yourself
I don't comment and I don't push like or dislike.
He always does Sunday night shows. I forgot about that.
Who?
CW.
Oh.
Because he does the dumpsters. I was
He's
on
been
last
doing
week.
shows
I think.
every night. He does shows every single day.
But I forgot that he's been doing this one every Sunday night. I forgot it was Sunday, to be honest.
I know because tomorrow's
even though it's in this video's title.
I know it doesn't feel like a Sunday.
I know.
It really
Trisha,
does feel like
don't worry about
Saturday.
it. You don't need to know.
CW Chanter. He's a guy that has videos.
No, he's cool.
He's a cool guy.
CW's good. Here's CW's chat. He runs a show on Sunday nights called "It Takes a Village to Build a Dumpster Fire."
That's a fucking awesome.
But he's got Michael on tonight.
Michael.
QAnon is not unique.
And Reemsey's on.
You're right.
And Kilendal's on. It's Kilendal, Reemsey, and Omni.
Kilendal's back.
I'm glad I'm not there.
Talked to him the other night.
Where did he go?
I mean, I like Kalendal.
We were talking.
I like Reemsey.
Brandon's here. That must not be interesting you over there, huh, Brandon?
He's He's probably watching
Oh
both.
no, wait, I'm looking at the wrong chat. Brandon is not here.
Brandon,
I have no idea what they're talking about.
multiple chats.
What?
I'm here to talk to the ladies.
It's George Clooney to
What do you
talk
wanna
to the
talk
ladies
about?
about Rim.
Yeah, this Texas dude in chat, you got it. I know, man. There's that Vegas shooting is fuckery through and through. We know.
Yeah, what it took the FBI like a half a day to clean up the scene allegedly.
They left the bodies out. Well, we heard they left the bodies out for 24 hours.
And then
right.
Alleged bodies.
Here's the shoes. Remember the shoes? The shoes were tip off that it was the.
Every time I hear somebody saying his shoes flew right off his feet, he landed and he didn't have his shoes on. I'm like, oh my god. I have heard, I don't know, 3 or 4 people say that, and you know the whole thing about the shoes.
Yeah, I heard something about that. Like it's messaging.
Tell us, Suzanne, about the Freemason.
Yeah, tell us about the
symbology that left in whatever.
I don't really remember.
If you lose your rights,
it's a
that you weren't part
some
of it.
data goes right in and out.
Missing a shoe and a pant leg or a half leg of pants is a throwback to the
riding a big bicycle.
Hiram Abiff. I'm trying to remember it.
Yeah.
Hiram Abiff ritual.
Yeah.
Or a dude named Hiram Abiff who was an initiate at some point.
And he was from a mother who was unwed or something. From an unwed mother.
The Vegas shooting was just the backdrop for Ocean's 18.
So Hiram Abiff is the central character in an allegory presented to all candidates during the Third Degree in Freemasonry. He's presented as the chief architect of King Solomon's Temple. There you go.
There you go. And I think King Solomon's Temple is BS.
As is King Solomon.
Yes. As is King David.
What about all that Solomon magic though?
That the angels, angels,
magic,
yeah. Solomonic magic is different from Enochian magic.
No, I know.
Well, I'm telling Grimm.
Oh, okay.
Is there Russian?
But I don't think the Book of Enoch is real. I don't think it really happened. I don't think the Nephilim are real, even though I'm allegedly a Nephilim.
So how can you exist if you're not real then?
Because I said allegedly.
Because we believe she exists.
Yeah. You guys all believe I'm here, and I believe I'm here.
Suzanne's a tulpa?
We willed you into
I could be a tulpa.
That's why she's got 3 pairs of glasses.
A Nephilim.
That's why I know so much.
No human being would wear that many pairs of glasses.
On purpose.
If you couldn't fucking see, you would.
Dude, it's some kind of fetish. I'm serious. It makes things look bigger
it's
than they appear.
laziness of going to the eye doctor because it's like excruciating. It's a long fucking process, and I hate it. So, pick your frames.
Pick your nose.
What kind of lenses do you want? Do you want this? Do you want that? No, just give me some fucking glass. I just want to be able to see.
It takes 10 minutes.
Why does it have to be so hard?
It's not. When was the last time you went to the eye doctor?
It's a 5-hour process.
No, it's not. You're
a
in
reflection of who you want to be. When
they do it over lunch now, like a half hour. You're in and out.
Okay, well, I guess it's been a while.
Buy your shit online now.
Yeah, you buy it. You go in, you get your guys. They use computers to tell you what your prescription is. It's not, they blow air in your eye and you're out of there.
Fuck it, Suzanne. Just
they blow it right around the rim of your eye.
It's
an eye ring like 5 pairs of glasses. I only have 2 pairs on.
It's a blow job on your eye to test for.
I hate when they
glaucoma.
blow that air in your eye.
Yeah, everybody does.
I haven't got an eye test
Good night,
since
Vanessa.
School. So I'm just gonna. Good night, Vanessa. I'm just gonna keep assuming that I have good eyesight and never get a test.
5e.
I had LASIK surgery in 1999. I used to have really bad vision.
Did it work for a while?
It still does work. These are for using on my computer.
For just reading.
Because my eyes, and readers. I have readers because I over time I've become farsighted. I started out very nearsighted. I had really thick glasses.
I wear glasses for everything. They don't leave my face unless I fall asleep. Sometimes they don't, and then I break them like this right here. See,
I was like that till I was 33 years old. Technically.
They try and find super glue in the middle of the bush. And
you got to suck up on that shit when you go home, failed.
No, I had to use some industrial glue that if I was not careful, I would like melt. And
Is it like
it's all fused together now. It's insane.
Like a 2-part adhesive.
Pretty much.
Double-sided tape.
Glue into your face.
Double-sided tape.
You'll never. Yeah.
Oh, this is a good picture.
I've known people that have had LASIK that it did not work at all. So.
Isn't it just for like either
anything.
nearsighted or farsighted, and they can't fix like stigmatism and stuff like that?
There we go.
Yeah, I don't think they can do stigmatism.
You can see by like
but I don't know. Maybe they can't now.
Oh, you guys can't see. That's how I have glasses. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm scared of the LASIK also.
Don't be scared.
I can't have something on my eyeball. Me seeing
lasers.
Rhizome, yes, it was. It was.
Have it being on your eye. Yeah.
They were still using the keratotomy procedure.
So, hey, wait. If they freeze your eyeball, does your eye still work?
They don't freeze it.
It's unfrozen.
Once it's unfrozen, probably.
They don't freeze
No,
it.
but like, can you see
Yeah.
something like cutting?
Look.
you
Well,
and
not
all
literally.
Well, here's what happens. It is creepy. I'll give you that. They put eye drops in your eye, which numbs your eye. And then they put a thing on it which has, I don't want to say pins, but it has pins to hold your eyes steady, not move.
Is it just
Like your little thing there?
Wait, this is what I had, and it was 20 years ago, right? So I'm sure it's different now. But what they did for me, I had the RK method, which is radial keratotomy, and they use a, I don't know how to explain it. It's a device which they twist, and it shaves the top of your cornea off and makes a flap. Then they lase your cornea, and they put this flap back down, and it sticks back together by itself. It heals over time. And that's what I had done. And it's creepy to sit there and have to watch them do that. It took 10 minutes, and they gave me Xanax.
Or my brain.
Or Valium.
I like wearing glasses, and we're going to stick to that.
Me too. I don't want anybody.
And all I see is like a shark with a laser on his head and
a shark.
I would totally do it again.
Yeah, just Austin Powers.
Wait, dude, wait. I drove home that day after having this done without my glasses and saw everything.
Wow.
And for having to wear glasses for 30 years, and then having the next, after 10 minutes of being uncomfortable. No, they gave me Valium when I walked in here. Take 2 of these, okay? I mean, that's an amazing thing.
Just thinking of having lasers in your eye, you would need at least 2 Valiums.
Don't think about it.
No way, I couldn't.
What's Xanax for? Where the hell you been? It's
Xanax?
the wonder drug. Especially little candy bars. They're like little
Xanax is the fucking devil drug.
No, I love it.
That's a nap. Yeah.
Oh God.
There was a time in my life where I needed 2 of those bars. What are those? 2
1 milligram?
Yeah, I would have to take 2 of those to get to sleep.
I was on 3 1 milligrams a day.
Whoa.
Plus all kinds of other like pain medication. I had no idea what
the bars are like 5 milligrams.
I was like out of my mind.
You know what's insane? Okay, I don't know. I'll say this as a Canadian, listening to all of you Americans all the time. Okay, this is not even bad. Everybody has like I was on Xanax, Zoloft, this and that. Like you all have your prescription ride when you're like 20, 30 years old. You know what I mean? Or I talk to most people. We don't do the drugs. We don't have the anxieties. You know what I mean?
Don't you have those commercials that tell you all the shit that's wrong with you, and you better go ask your doctor to get on this medication?
But isn't that just a form of programming?
haven't
For,
been to a
to give you
doctor.
ideas of things to expect, and then when any little thing goes wrong, you'll spiral on it and go, "Oh my god, I got
Of
that
course.
weirdest thing that could possibly happen, the anal
Restless leg
leakage."
syndrome. Oh my god.
Okay, that is a real thing.
That is a real
I
thing.
have
I have
that,
that
and my
too.
dad has it, and it's very frustrating. And that's why I take a half a Xanax
I just
for my legs.
purely to have fun.
I think
Purely
it's
to
caused
get
by Adderall.
The only reason
Xanax
I
makes you go to
ever took any
sleep.
pills-
Not fun.
See, I
Oh,
just
fun
don't
when you're
understand.
fucking
Yeah,
20
you
years
guys-
old and freaking out.
It's fun if you like to try and stay awake. That, you know, like have a
Okay,
game.
well,
You
if you
take it and try
yeah.
and stay awake. But it's always fun to wake up with like, oh man, I fell asleep.
America is fast paced.
Got your vape stuck to your face.
Here's your pest dispenser with all
You
the
could do that drinking a 12-pack.
It's not.
What
oh,
failed?
Man.
Is that you like turn 18 and they're like, here's your Pez dispenser. You got your next year. You got your Zoloft here. Just take them whenever you need them.
No, they're hard to get. I
No.
mean, it's hard to get Xanax.
Yeah, but I know. I just
It never
every
used
time-
to be.
No,
Like-
now it is.
Now
I
it
hear
is.
lots of people with those stories. Oh yeah,
It's not. It's not hard. I mean, I could just go to the doctor and ask for some, and they give me them.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
got.
like,
I have a doctor that could ask.
You got to sign a whole agreement.
no, you don't.
and
No,
it's
no,
just a
no. It's
fucking
not.
pain.
It's a pain in the ass to go to
Well,
the doctor.
here you do.
Yeah, you do.
Well, you're in fucking
You do.
hell.
You have to sign like
Leave
a medical
California.
agreement and shit. I know. Yeah. It's fucking insane land here.
Oh yeah, I wanted them to create a drug called "Fuck It All."
That's what I want. No, I want that limitless pill.
Yeah.
Don't like
That's what I want to try.
Isn't that
Oh,
just?
did Cruz James? Didn't
I
you order a
bought-
limitless pill?
Wait, what?
It wasn't the newest thing though that I just saw. I think what you might be talking about.
Did it work?
No.
It's a sugar pill.
Did you order from Alex Jones? Maybe that's why.
No. If I did, I'd fucking.
I'm just kidding.
You'd be angry.
I'd be able to throw a football over a mountain.
Fuck yeah, you would. In the
You could
1770s.
fucking use your arms for paddles in a boat. You could row across the ocean.
Yeah.
George Washington will fucking whip a football.
I need to go work out. I'll be back later.
We'll miss you.
All right.
Have a good workout.
For a second, I thought that was an Alex Jones quote.
Having a good workout. It sounds like it could be.
I was a man when I was 12.
I was watching Fox News this morning when I was working out.
Oh my god, I know when I was on the treadmill. When I was lifting 500 million pounds.
It's all about that male vitality.
So I'll sit here in my underwear.
Like, you don't want to be some goddamn fucking soy boy cuck.
Maybe
Come
I
on.
should order some of that male vitality. Ooh.
Super male vitality.
I grow a dick.
I said, bought stuff and now I have a boner. Oh shit.
Yeah.
If it's a confusing boner, maybe we can help you
I'm
with
sitting
that.
here in my underwear and I was like, oh.
I'm making a label for the Hangout hamster.
Dude, Alex Jones does it. He does a bit, yeah, where he's like sitting at his dinner table, fucking eating sausage and shit. He's
I was watching Fox News today and eating sausage.
Dude, he's a
so
fucking
bad.
national treasure.
What?
He's a national treasure, that Alex Jones. 100%.
No.
Too bad he's not
we
behind
have
a
the
rock.
only national treasure, James Cruz.
Hey.
That's true. I heard he's pretty hot, too.
It's the ether.
I already looks like George Clooney.
Yeah,
so
Roger
bad.
Stone's going to get in trouble. He's going to jail.
God,
Yeah,
dude.
what happened with Roger Stone?
I don't know.
He's been involved in corruptions for 50 years.
So has every fucking president that we've ever had.
Yeah, everybody.
But
And-
Kennedy wanted to, disclose the alien presence.
No, Kennedy wanted
Mhm.
to go and check to see if Israel was making nuclear bombs.
Well, dude, the reason Hillary
they
didn't
were.
win the election was because she was going to leak UFOs. Podesta told me himself.
When you guys had lunch
Were there
that
any,
one day?
were any of his fingers inside you at the time?
All of them.
He was getting a rim job from Podesta. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Do any of you watch Robert Seffer?
Nope.
Okay, so he's like a archaeologist or a what's another human studies
Anthropology.
Anthropologist. Thank you. He's an anthropologist, not an archaeologist. So he does a lot of research, and then he puts up his videos on. Some of them were on New Earth, Sylvie's channel.
Wait, New Earth, the 5D Earth?
No, Sylvie's channel.
Oh, okay.
The Atlantis Survivor
Atlantis, yeah.
series. Right. So, I liked a lot of the stuff he was doing until about 6 months ago, and he has just passing on, in my opinion, a few things have been bad information. So I watched this video today. I'm gonna have to put it in chat because it was crazy. So he's talking about, I can't really remember what he's talking about now because he showed, so he was talking about like the Eye of Horus, right? The all-seeing eye. Well, I can't remember now, but there was something else besides that. So he shows these people with tattoos of the all-seeing eye in a fucking piece of pizza. There were like 5 different, it looked like they were on legs. They were all pieces of pizza with an eye in it. Like, what the fuck does this mean? Who the hell would get a pizza tattoo with an eye in it on your leg?
Did you see the pizza with the pentagram in it?
What the hell does that even mean? Oh, no, I was looking at the pepperonis because I was hungry. It's so crazy. I don't know if there's certain people that are pushing agenda. You never know what the fuck is going on. It's like they give you good information for a while and then they start feeding you bad information. I don't know. I guess you do enough research or just, know that it's full of shit or they're full of shit or it was crazy.
They're all full of shit.
Well, who would you get a pizza tattoo with the all-seeing eye in the middle of it?
Probably a guy
on your leg.
I would not. I wouldn't make that choice.
I
But I
would.
would. A hot dog tattoo with an all.
That's what I'm talking about.
I would get a corn dog actually with the all-seeing eye. I would totally get a corn dog tattoo. But only if I could.
Hot dog parties would totally buy that.
Only if I could turn it into a real corn dog whenever I wanted one, or the little corn dog bites.
I had those at Cedar Point.
Those are my favorite.
I love corn dogs.
Other than the huge corn dogs. Like I like those big giant corn dogs from the fair.
I don't because they're too. They taste too much like bologna. When hot dogs get too big, they start to take on a bologna taste, which you don't like.
I know, that's why you gotta drown it in mustard.
Yeah, I'm gonna go start the barbecue. I'll be back.
Okay.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
All right.
So Suzanne, was Atlantis like a real place? What's your thoughts on Atlantis?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so this video that I've been promoting to everyone, which I don't know if anybody's even watched, the Harry Hubbard videos. He has ancient maps that he bought, and he has them framed. He goes through all the currency and all the deception of the currency. Lee knows about this. Lee knows about Harry Hubbard. He has a map that shows Atlantis, and it's between America and Africa, but it's actually upside down. So it's like, instead of the map, like how they normally, they all face, like all the continents are facing north or what, you know what I mean? They're like the globe.
Right.
So
The flat map.
So it was like upside down, right? So it was between America and Africa on this map, on this ancient map. And I don't remember who the map maker is, but I'll put the video. I'll give Jerry the link for the video. It's really interesting, and all of his coins, because I've always loved coins and collecting and like ancient stuff. I don't know why I have like money from the 40s. It is really interesting. I have like European money from like 1940 and 1942 and anyway, so um so I really do. I think it was. Some people say that I guess there's I can't remember if it was Pliny. I don't know. There's several different people that talked about Atlantis
Pliny
and
the
what
Elder?
happened. Hmm?
Pliny the
Pliny the
Elder?
Elder?
Or Pliny the
Yeah,
Younger?
I
You know?
I what?
There's a beer named Pliny the Younger. I'm sorry.
Oh, that is hilarious because it was Pliny the Elder
Uh-huh.
who is the one who wrote. Yeah, I believe it. I believe his name was Pliny the Elder. Um, so yeah, he wrote about Atlantis, and yeah, Lee, I love all of the Harry Hubbard. Um, so what he said that he found was that they were mining everything on Atlantis, and like it just kind of one day collapsed and folded in on itself and sunk, and that was it. So it's between,
What were they
and there's several people that think this.
Were they
Hmm?
mining? What were they mining on
I
Atlantis?
don't know. I guess everything. I don't know.
Well, I mean, because it's just common knowledge that the Anunnaki enslaved us to mine gold for them.
Yeah, I know for the.
So I'm just like I'm just making correlations.
Well, we were probably mining gold for the Anunnaki on Atlantis, and
go.
then they had boring machines. Like they had these Earth boring machines apparently, and I wouldn't doubt. Like I don't doubt anything anymore. Who the hell knows what happened in the past? Because we're
Exactly.
told nothing that's really real. So if they had these big boring machines and they just made all these tunnels and stuff, and they were just mining everything, well, yeah, it would totally collapse in on itself. I would
So
think. I
so
don't
boring machines.
Swiss
Elon
cheese.
Musk is a time traveler.
Ah.
He's creating this boring company right now.
Yeah,
So
but see, that's bullshit because there's already like tunnels and shit.
all over, right?
We have the
Yeah.
subway. Look at all the subways. They have fucking tunnels underneath the oceans.
We
There's
talked about it.
there's islands and
They just
in the
discovered a
north.
shit of caverns in Antarctica.
Uh-huh.
That they're like, oh, they're baffling scientists. It's like,
Oh,
wait.
yeah. Why are they baffled? I never understand that. How could you be baffled about this?
Yes.
Allegedly, we know not much about the continent because nothing is really leaked out. So how could you be baffled? That shit was, I mean, it was on other continents where they were tunneling through everything. Look at those caves in what is it, the Darren? Oh, can't think. In Syria, is it?
I'm not
Turkey?
familiar.
No, it's Turkey. It's Turkey. Sorry. I can't think of the name of the caves, but
I do know too about just localized caves like Mammoth Cave. I've been there, and that whole cave system isn't even. They haven't even uncovered all of it yet. Like
no.
it's a mass.
Yeah, they're.
So
Oh my gosh, the caves in the Grand Canyon. Okay, remember? Didn't we all watch like? Was it a Broken Mirror one where they kept having dreams of like those big crystal, or it was like shards of crystals or something that they were dreaming of, and it was like in a place somebody was making drawings of it. The people who had the
whole
dreams
thing.
were making drawings of it.
Yeah.
Well, so I was reading a description of a cave, and this was in a newspaper article from the 1800s about a cave they found in the Grand Canyon, and it like described the same freaking thing. These big crystals that looked exactly like that. So, I mean, what are they called when they're the stalagmites?
Stalactites,
Right,
stalactites,
stalactites.
because they have to hold on tight to the ceiling. That's how I remember that.
And they come up from the bottom too. I think it's water that's stripped or something. It's all the elements in the water or whatever. But
Well, because
and
they
they turn
form
into crystals.
from the drippings from the top too, because that sediment starts to form on the bottom, and it just builds up.
Wait, can you do that a little bit more?
It does it like this.
Hand job cabin.
It builds up on the rim.
You guys, okay, James needs the drum. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Bursts out. Just explodes
like hot lava.
Oh my God,
Do I need to play it?
What are we playing?
The trailer.
What trailer?
For what?
What?
I heard the people in Paris are not very nice to Americans.
What?
I want to go find me trip to that
Oh no.
caves in Illinois.
This thing is there again. That us?
What thing?
The mini us is on the screen.
Hand job
Well, we got
cabin?
a new hard drive.
Oh no. That's not what I'm saying. When I should
And
Did it upgrade or
just
something?
wait a second. I know what's wrong. Or I know how to fix it. Now.
Are we at
Yeah.
Hand Job Cabin?
Yeah, I was going to show the trailer for that. See how it moved back
I
there?
bet Paris is beautiful.
I don't know why it's
I've always
doing
loved Paris.
that. Oh well. Sorry, people. All right.
maybe
You can't play it? Give it to Grim.
No, dude.
You can play it.
No, but the sound will suck.
Yeah, it will.
I have a different idea.
Okay.
Here. And I know it's pain in the ass.
Ugh.
Shannon, you haven't been to Hand Job Heaven?
the sausage. Making the sausage.
I make the sausage. There we go. There we go.
We don't know the film either, right? So, not out of,
It's not a real movie. It's
Yeah,
not a real
really.
movie. First of all,
It's
this
place
is
to be, I've heard.
this is not a real film.
it's a B movie.
Everybody ready? Here it is. Wow, this is awesome. Goodbye self-service. Hello cerveza service. This place is gonna be great for us.
Ooh, I saw a ghost.
First.
Yeah, free boner pills.
Damn, I got a medicine I wonder what they use that for.
Ready? Yeah? Come on, guys, stop jerking around.
Oh, that's creepy. Oh my God.
Rock?
A sock on the door. Oh my God. Help me.
What was that thing? Hand job. Look, local high school couple's first over-the-pants hand job turns deadly.
Mindy Dinkle of Sammamish is victim of freak OTP handjob accident when her handjob hand slips, causing it to strike her own face and tumble out of a window to her death.
She's got a jerk on! No! We need to split up. This thing only has two hands.
What about its mouth?
Something tells me she's not gonna use that.
She won't use lotion! She wants us to suffer! She wants us to suffer!
She's just flicking it out! Over the pants hand jobs are real!
Most dudes
Need a
I've
hand?
seen not want a hand job ever.
In life, sometimes things are far worse than death. Hand jobs. Normally, when someone receives one, they just hate it. But in this place, they die.
Oh, yes, there
the
is
inside.
alcohol in this coffee.
And it's all her fault. There's something evil in this place. With calloused hands and strong wrists. And solely one thing is certain. She's the only one who comes in this cabin. And she comes for you.
Oh, she grew a dick. Holy crap.
This is terrible. I can do this better myself.
That was pretty long.
And just for humanity.
Hand jobs for
That's
humanity.
hilarious.
Oh my god! I knew she was gonna make that girl grow a dick.
Too funny.
It's not coming a mile away. Sorry.
It's a trailer movie kind of thing. Whatever they call that.
Fake trailer movie.
Like they make short films that are trailers. You know what I mean? Where's Leo?
Where's Leo at?
Leo needs to describe this for us.
Teach us how to movie
Where's
make.
Leo?
Teach us how to make movies.
I love that every time I tell him to plug his shit, he never even mentions the movies or anything. He doesn't even bring that up. Like every time he's been on the
You
podcast,
guys totally play games. He's like, okay, I'm going in right now. And you're like, dude, I'm still at work.
yeah, exactly.
Like, that's not fair. You can't start without me.
If anybody out there is if anybody out there is playing Counter-Strike 1.6 and just wants to go back, find me. Message me on Steam.
I wonder if you played against my kids. Do you guys play online?
Oh yeah, we play on Steam, but that's a pretty outdated game. Pretty old.
Did you see the Humble Bundle that's going on right now?
Humble Bundle?
Yeah.
But it's Counter-Strike 1.6?
No, it's not Counter-Strike. It's Rocket League. Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Like $12.
I see Salvatore is always playing that in the chats.
Let me see what
Who?
Destiny 2.
Salvatore. It pops up and says he's playing that in Discord.
Who's that? Oh, that dude. Salvi. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's over.
He should have been here last night. The title was Mr. Roboto.
Domo arigato.
You're totally roboting.
I wasn't talking close to the microphone. I was looking
No,
for
Grandma's
the.
roboting.
Oh.
Oh, it was roboing. Gotcha.
Here
Yeah,
it is.
you're
Here it is.
roboing.
You get Stick Fight, Rampage Knights, Tumblestone, Besiege, Duck Game, Hover, and Rocket League for $14. For $14. It's a good deal.
I'll have to ask my kids. You guys might have played against them. That would be really funny.
What is
it was
what
a
is
freaking
Fortnite?
blast.
People are talking about that game.
I don't know. It's some kind of free game that the kids are all about these days.
It's free.
A melee shooter.
Oh god.
Yeah, like it's a Rumble game where it's like last man standing. You know.
Is it
bunch
a
of people.
Blizzard game? No, Epic.
No.
Oh,
Are you
it's
like a
Epic.
team that kills things?
Oh, it's like a mobile game.
It's both.
It's like Clash Royale with cheese, right?
I don't know.
Well, I have it for Xbox, but you can also have it on.
That
your
was a
phone.
Pulp Fiction joke, by the
Oh, I get that. I saw a thing that said something about you can order whatever you want. You ordered a $5 milkshake?
way. Better be a good fucking milkshake.
Apparently, Call of Duty is not doing like I was listening to OBDM and they were talking about and they're not doing like mission levels. They're just they want to do just these Rumble games and charge you $60.
There's gonna be no single player on Black Ops 4 or whatever it is. There'll be no single player campaign.
I think it's supposed to
No
be
single
That's an
player?
outrage.
World War II.
I mean, I suppose it's an outrage.
Yeah,
I don't know
you should
much
be able
about
to
Call
play
of
single player.
That's all I play. I don't even play people online.
I wouldn't want to. I'd probably argue with them.
Annoying. I don't know. I mean, I'd play with Grim, but
Yeah.
but
Ben likes to torture people in the, that they're playing with. He will just say like one word, and it won't be like a naughty word or like a naughty word. won't, it'll just be like some innocuous word, but
Bubbles.
he'll repeat it.
Bubbles.
And
Bubbles.
well, not balls.
Bubbles.
I can't even remember what it was. It was something really random.
Penises.
And he's like, I just keep repeating, I'll say it over and over. And people are like, why are you saying that? And like, they go berserk and leave the game. I'm like, you have so much self-control. Where the fuck did you get that? Because you didn't get it from me.
It's the ether.
It is the ether.
It's the ether. Oh my
Where
god.
I play all my games.
Oh my god, Trisha, you're so right. That's hilarious.
Leave for 5 minutes and it's all hand jobs. Yes.
Oh, she missed the whole reason we were talking about hand jobs.
The whole movie.
I thought she was making a joke about she goes live for 5 minutes and it's hand jobs because she's flipping cards. I thought she was making a joke.
Did she post the Pisces one yet?
Yeah. I think that was today's, right?
I don't know. Last time I looked, I didn't see it. That was. I've been in here for hours, so who knows? 1 p.m. Pisces. No, it's yesterday.
It was yesterday? Did she do Aries?
3 days ago.
She did one today.
Damn it, woman. Where's my Pisces?
I went in there today and was... Oh,
I'm totally teasing.
Pisces. Yeah, only got to Libra. Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm talking to different people. I'm telling Trish in chat that I'm kidding about.
No,
yes, we are.
Yeah, we're...
Oh, it's Ellie. I'm answering people live. I'm sorry. That's crazy.
Me too.
Trisha's not done. She did one. She did Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, Aries today.
She was so right on with my Cancer thing.
She always is.
Call my mom and apologize.
Did you?
They got done moving. Yeah. And I talked to my dad finally. He's like, I know. I know. I told her about the car. I told her the whole fucking crazy story about the car. What happened? And he was like, we shouldn't drive late at night. I'm like, oh my God. That was the whole fucking point. Like, why can't I drive late at night on back roads? Like, am I in a prison state? I have to be able to do whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want. If I want to drive to the store at 3 a.m., I should be able to. And not worry about...
You should be able to not worry about being hassled. You should be able to... Yeah, it doesn't matter what time it is or when. If the roads are open, you should be able to travel in them freely.
That's right. And that's like when the cop was asking me, well, why were you going the back roads?
None of your fucking business.
What do you mean? I fucking lived on the... I've lived on the back roads my whole life.
None of your business, cop.
Why would I go on the freeway? People die there. Anyway, so yeah, I did. And my dad got on the phone and he's like, oh... Within like 3 seconds, because he didn't know I'd talked to my mom. He's like, you want to talk to your mom? I'm like, no, I talked to her earlier. But if she wants to talk to me, Dad, I'll talk to her, because he didn't know. He was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, gosh, I really miss talking to my Stan. Of course. Bullet right to the heart for like a total asshole. But it was good, yeah. So I'm not out of the will.
Not out of the will? No.
I don't give a shit about their money. It was good to get those monkeys off my back. But Trisha's reading was right. She's like, there's you need to take care of shit. There's some shit that's unresolved and you need to take care of it for Cancer. And I was like, oh God, I know. So she's really good. Yes, backroads are better, Iowa. I totally agree. And the cop didn't even know the road names out of the city limits of Davis. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, where the fuck do you live? Doesn't everybody know the back roads around their houses? Do people just not go out and drive?
The only reason I knew the back road is because just smoking weed. You know, you go on a cruise, hit up the fucking,
That's hilarious.
get them down. You know, they never run into any cops. Although one time we got fucking pulled over. There was a county cop on a gravel road, and it was nighttime, and we had the whole car chonged out, and he like fucking flashed the lights on us, and then turned around and followed us like all the way into town, and then he pulled over like right when we were there. But he didn't find anything. We got everything fucking jocked, and they found nothing.
Did you roll the
got-
windows down?
Oh yeah, windows definitely. That was
Did you tell him
freaking
you
out.
had glaucoma?
That's the worst feeling. Like why?
Oh, it's horrible. It really is.
You see the red and blue? Yeah.
Well, following you for
Yeah.
like all that time, and then wondering if they're gonna pull you over, especially if you're high or something.
Yeah, and we weren't doing anything, but he claimed that he saw like, oh, I saw something fly out your window, and it's like, no, you didn't, dude. Nobody threw anything out the windows.
What a dick.
We smoked it all before you got here.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks sober off weed. Yeah, I was like 4 years sober. Then I just went to Oregon like a week ago, and the shit these kids are smoking these days. Holy fuck! I don't know how you guys smoke this.
Pretty killer.
Dude.
You just take little hit. You like 3
Dude, I
will do
smoked
you
for-
good.
Yeah, I smoked for 20 years, and I take a few years off, and then oh my god.
Well, your resistance was low.
Yeah. Well, now they all have those little cartridge pens and everything.
Oh yeah, I
So it's
want some
like,
of those.
what are they,
Yeah,
Grim?
I was going to buy like
70%?
handfuls of those in Portland.
Yeah, dude, they're every. Yeah, so yeah, it was insane. It was fucking crazy. I'll tell you that. Edible, anything. It was like bodegas. There was really awesome ones you could just walk in and buy. That were decked out that people spent some money redoing in stores, and there's just holes, but they all had the best weed ever. They can't people that grow it, they can't give it away there. It's so cheap. You can buy like an eighth for like $15.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
maybe
Where?
12 in Oregon. Yeah.
California's going to be just the
At a
same.
dispensary?
Yeah. It's cheap. Really cheap.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's there about California?
It's going to be the same.
It will. They're just well, I don't know, maybe.
They're 10 years behind Oregon.
Oh, I got some inside information about that whole thing. The whole weed scene and who runs it and stuff, but it's a group of bad people. Like they go to people's ranches, you know, people in the foothills, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna sell us your ranch or we're gonna kill you. It hasn't even made the papers, and I have this from a very reliable
Kill
source.
my rancher.
Well, we will kill you. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they had these like 5 milligram like gummies. They're like Starburst, basically. You know, like a gummy bear type thing. I mean, all that stuff's been around forever, but like, yeah, you could just buy a bottle of them, like $18. You get like 20 of them.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I'd
I
rather
eat
just
like
smoke
2
a
of them.
joint.
I'd eat like 2 of those.
Yeah, but you get a different high from the edibles. You get like a body
Oh,
high.
that's true. I haven't had edibles in a long time.
I mean, I was out there for 72 hours. I was floating the entire time. The entire time. Yeah. It was ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, it really would be cool if it was just legal everywhere. I mean, I didn't really see any bad thing about it, and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if you went into certain neighborhoods or this, or, you know, that, you'd probably find problems with it, but I don't know. I didn't notice anything like that though.
No, dude, they just need to legalize it.
Yeah, just be
Yeah,
done
they
with it.
do.
Nothing
And
worse
not
than alcohol and all the other medications that they give people already do.
Yeah.
Like you need a couple fucking Vicodin and get way more fucked up than, you know, smoking a joint. Like, I don't know. Just fucked up.
I don't want them to fuck it up though with
Yeah.
Monsanto and these seed things and all that crap. I don't want them tracking it. I don't want them doing anything like that. I
CBD
want
oil. I'm
anything else in it.
vaping it right now.
But goods, you know, like, well, obviously it has to be grown in a greenhouse.
Yeah, that's It's weird up there. I'm sure there's a testing process. There probably has to be. I would imagine.
Oh, I'm just saying because of all the crap that comes from this.
Oh, yeah.
The crap that falls down from all the chemicals and stuff in the air, and
we'll know when it's big when they're trading it on like the COMEX in New York.
Well, they probably already are.
Marijuana futures.
Mm-hmm.
I totally burnt all the hair off my arm.
Yeah, what did you do? I read that in chat. What happened?
Open the barbecue.
Hey.
And it's like 700 degrees in there. It's cool. Got like half hairs on part of my arm. It'd be cool to have no hair. If I could have no hair on my entire body, that'd be awesome.
Well, just shave or go to electrolysis.
No, I mean like everywhere. Everywhere.
You'll swim so much faster.
What? I'll swim so much faster. Exactly. No, I did not get burned. It was the heat when I opened the thing. It kind of melted my hair.
He was he's just saying, it's like you've been off weed for 14 years and it's kind of sketchy about getting back into it. You're very true, dude, because it's like, even though, I was out there. I mean, I was fucking blitzed, dude. It's too much. I can almost not.
You have to be careful.
I mean, granted, I'm hanging with people that smoke this shit 24/7, but at the same time, it's like you go to just even hit it like twice. I'm talking, you're like fucking nap time later. Like, what the fuck? Like,
see, that's not the kind of, I don't want that kind of, I don't want to go to sleep. Like,
but they were sativa. They weren't even sleep. It's just so powerful.
Yeah.
I mean
you mix
literally
it
would just take you down, and like you just had, I had to sit down a couple. I mean, and I was never a puss about any. I could
mix it with like a couple like Adderall or Vyvanse or like a Concerta or something. You'll be fucking feeling great. You won't fall asleep. You just gotta find that. You gotta find that right combination of stimulant and depressant to where you're just got to have that even float going.
One day it worked out pretty good because we went hiking and shit, like that was pretty cool. But if you're just sitting around and smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could do that all day unless I was too stoned to move.
A
then I probably
microdose,
would,
maybe?
but
I mean, if you had those pen things, I could see, where you would only need to take one. For me,
yeah, but I would want to be out doing stuff.
Yeah, it was powerful stuff.
Powerful stuff.
Maybe I will move to Oregon. My parents have 10 acres. I could start a pot farm.
No doubt.
No doubt. Dad, instead of getting cows, we're going to plant pot.
How many can you legally grow right now? I mean, because it's legal in the state. Like, what are the laws on it? Like, you should be able to legally.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into that. I think you can have 6 plants. 6? It used to be, well, when it was medical, it used to be like 6 plants per person. As far as what I know. That could be totally wrong. I don't know. That's one of the things I read online in an actual case study or whatever of, the law.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was 6 plants. So what if you have like 3 people in your house all have medical marijuana cards? You could plant 18 plants. You'd have to plant I don't know, like 10 extra just in case some of them died. I don't know.
So they'll
6 plants if you have a permit.
Jerry, you had the hemp lucid stuff, Jerry?
Yeah, sorry. Someone was asking about CBD, and I use this brand. I just got a new brand called Hemp Lucid. I was using.
That's the one I was at that you can drop. You can
get drops. I bought the vape juice version.
Yeah.
That I can drop a few drops onto my vape.
That actually tastes like weed almost.
But it's kind of sweet, like a vegetable glycerin sweet too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But not.
It's the best one I've tried.
It's not bad in any way.
No.
It's a pleasant plant taste.
I recommend it.
I do too. And it was cheap. I think I got it on sale for $29. I don't remember.
Shannon, where do you live? Do you live in a state that has it or that it's legal? She's trying to figure out how to get it.
And Ellie wants a vape.
And she can't
Ellie,
smoke.
I can help you out.
I'm pretty sure CBD is still legal in all 50. Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
You can buy it at the health store here.
It is. It's 100% legal in all 50
Yeah.
states.
I don't think it has THC, right?
There's a little in there, but it won't get you high.
Yeah, it's like
right.
0.03%, I think it was in mine.
Right.
Oh, well, she's in Washington State. She can get either.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Is she over 18 though? Or 21? Don't you have to be 21? Do you have to be 21 to buy
at least
CBD?
40.
Shannon?
I think so.
Just assuming ages.
I am. I've got everyone pretty much picked out on age. I know who her brother is, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. There you go. That's what I thought.
Oh, she's this really?
Yep.
Well, I'm the same age as Jerry. Well, he's like 5 months older than me.
Ellie. Under 40, over 28. 34? 33?
Ellie?
Yeah.
I think Ellie is
35, 36?
I think she's 29.
Nah, she's over 30. Oh, well, it could be she's 28 and she's going through her Saturn return. That's why her life sucks.
Ellis?
There you go.
Ellis? 30. There you go. So 29. What did you say? 40?
She's just ending her Saturn return. That's why her life was sucking so bad.
Yeah, I'm glad that stupid energy is out of here.
I said
I knew it was
40.
gonna get better.
I shot under 10. Gosh.
Yeah, Shannon, everybody thinks I'm younger too.
Amber Dawn's under 30 for sure.
I'm 19 in my head. My body doesn't
me
agree.
too.
But
Me
I don't
too.
listen to it.
Maybe she's not.
Oh my God, Trisha! I left my marriage when I was 24. I was married 5.5 years. When I left.
Right?
I got married
Look at my skin, Adelaide. It's beautiful. I have no wrinkles. It's just gray hair.
See all my
teeth.
See all my blood veins.
Flip my burger.
Flip your burger. Everybody's so young. Yeah, 21 in mind. I don't know. I always have 19 for some reason.
I'm gonna be 33 this year.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Man. Ashley's gonna be 33. My daughter.
Yeah, is she single, Suzanne?
Nope, she's married with 3 little kids.
Worth a shot.
I know. She's so much like me, though. It's so funny. People are like, God, you sound just like your mother. Not for everything, trust me. She's way more like restrictive than, or I mean, she's like not restrictive,
but she's not
no, like she goes, we don't believe in that stuff, Mom, and we're not going to believe in it. So, like, don't talk to us about anything that doesn't. Although one night she goes, "Oh, I came out here and I didn't see you when I was staying at her house, and because I sleep on the couch, so I don't want to mess up their other bedroom, and I'm up half the night anyway." So she's like, "I didn't see you. I didn't know. I thought the aliens came and got you." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" She's like, "She was serious," and I'm like, "Oh my God, I think you've made a breakthrough." Like, not that could happen. Like, even to even expand your mind to think that could happen. You know what I mean? Because she's just like, "No, we don't believe in that stuff." So it was really funny. I was 33 though. That's it's all downhill from here, honey.
Oh, I know. Hard doing it.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm fucked.
No way. I used to, when I was in my 20s, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to be 30. Actually, I used to always say, I cannot wait to be 40. I don't know why. I just always thought that, it would be more fun in my 40s. Maybe I'd have more money.
It was the worst, right?
When I was 20, I thought maybe I'd have more money.
Exactly. It's like you keep. No, I'll just get my shit together when I get older. It'll just happen.
Yeah,
dude, that doesn't work. It does not work out. Trust me.
No, I had my shit together when I was young. I just was married to somebody that did not make very much money. And then I would watch kids and stuff. And it just, It was crazy. I love you.
40s, yeah.
What
I
about
just
you
turned
guys?
40. I love it.
I don't remember mine. It was in that last 10-year period that seems to have disappeared from my life.
That's because you blocked it out.
I did not. It's not just me. Like everything
No,
since
I know.
2009 is just like a blur. I have no idea what
Right?
happened.
Exactly.
Like, what
True.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
I always chalked it up to drug abuse, but that might not be it.
No, it's not,
It's
Graham.
not.
Mm-mm, not at all.
Yeah, because I feel like I remember Y2K and then like 9/11, and then I
Doesn't it seem
graduated.
like a million years ago?
Then it's like I graduated high school, and then I started talking to you guys. It's like,
We corrupted you.
what happened after 2004? I have no idea.
Oh my god.
It really flies after.
I just remember the whole George W. Bush coming out with the word shock and awe, you know, and the whole campaign. Like, I just decided this is fucked up and not right.
No shit. If you're not with us, you're against.
Yeah,
it.
right.
Really, George?
I can't
I'm
be
against
objective
you
here?
then, motherfucker.
That's okay.
Yeah.
E.
Oh, it was probably me, Shannon.
Yes, I
snort all the
snort.
time.
My favorite
We all
show,
snort.
one of my favorite shows as a child was Giggle Snort Hotel. So
I don't remember that. Was that like a Chicago thing?
it was a Mandela effect. You guys don't remember? Time
You don't
Raiders?
snort hotel?
Yeah, it was a guy named BJ Reynolds. He was a puppet artist, I guess.
Was this a cable
Puppeteer.
show? Because I only had
This is
3
like some
channels.
Channel 9 bullshit.
It was some Channel 9 bullshit. Yeah, it was WGN. Before
remember that on
WGN became the superstation, it was the local hometown shitty Chicago station.
Yes, it was.
But was it PBS?
No,
Well, there was
Oh,
PBS.
okay, that's
that was
why.
Channel 11.
Yeah,
Which is
Channel
the
11.
Two Towers. WTTW is their call sign. Totally esoteric symbolism over the whole. I've been to their studios. I met Julia Child in their studios.
Oh my!
So my mother and I went to a screening of a show they recorded there.
No, it's both.
I
it's
love
both.
David Letterman's Juliet.
Oh, I've
Bozo.
cut my finger. Bozo,
Bozo.
Bozo the clown, Bozo, and there's Garfield Goose, and they had creature features. And remember, I told you the story when Fraser Thomas called me, didn't I? Do you remember
No.
Fraser Thomas?
What?
Okay,
Who's
so
Fraser-
God, I was in grade school, so it was before 80. And there was a show called Garfield Goose, and after Bozo, I think, right? Where some dude who was similar to Captain
God.
Kangaroo and had a duck friend or a goose friend named Garfield. So think Captain Kangaroo, but duck and another dude. And it was Fraser Thomas, who also did the voiceover work for WGN, remember? He did all the commercials. He hosted Family Classics on Sunday afternoons. Remember that?
No, that was before me.
Okay. So every Sunday at 3, they'd play some Family Classic movie, like fucking... I can't even think of any.
Jerry, we graduated high school by the time Grimm was born.
I know, but he sees what's that movie?
I know,
with
we always
Jimmy,
forget.
What's the movie with
You're
Jimmy
old enough to
Stewart?
be my parents. We've established.
We are your parents, Grimm. We hate to tell you this like this.
Yeah.
The movie with Jimmy Stewart. It's a Wonderful Life. Like that's the type of movie, the Frank Capra movie. Anyway, he also hosted this. He was also one of the clowns on Bozo. He was I don't remember who. He was one of the other one of the clowns that doesn't show up a lot. There was Bozo, there was Cookie, and there was Wizzo. Remember
Yeah.
Wizzo? Wizzo was a guy named Marshall Brodeen, and he used to have infomercials on Channel 9 for his magic card trick, box of cards. You know, they had like magic cards, trick cards. I'm Marshall Brodeen, the wizard, you know, and I could show you how to do all these card tricks. Look, I'll try and find some videos of them. It's pretty funny. Anyway, all these guys did like 3 or 4 jobs on WGN. That's how shitty the station was. And then my parents told us when we were young that they had sent in for tickets because there was a 20-year wait for tickets on the Bozo show.
20 years.
So they told us they sent in ticket requests for us before we were all born.
A fucking genius.
And by the time I was old enough to not want to go anymore, I realized that they never sent anything in. It was just like a way to tell us that, oh, we can't, we're not doing that shit with you. Anyway, the Garfield Goose Show had a segment about unique pets, and we had just gotten a West Highland White Terrier, which at the time was kind of unique. I had never seen one before. So I wrote in to Garfield Goose about it, and Fraser Thomas called me and invited me to come bring our dog Ginger on the show. And my parents said no. I couldn't do it. Because my grades were too low.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Jerry could have done the original Stupid Pet Trick. Your grades were too low. What were they?
I'm not upset about this. I'm telling it because it's funny.
A-.
I'm just telling it because it's funny.
No, I know. That is really funny.
And they don't remember it. And they deny it.
Oh my God, my parents do the same shit. They make me feel like I'm crazy. I'm like, none of you people remember this crap. Then where did I grow up?
Yeah, Chicago TV is weird. I have a friend, Dan, back home in Chicago, who was on Bozo and did get to do the grand prize game where you throw a ping pong ball into buckets.
Yes. Bozo buckets.
There's 6 buckets, and they get increasingly harder. And he got to the 6th one and it bounced out, right? And he got all mad. I think he punched Bozo. At least that's what he said. I don't know if there's any way to prove that, but they don't put cotton in the last one. All the other buckets have cotton, so you know how to gauge your shot and how hard.
Dirty tricks.
For a bike, right? It's not like it's a motorhome that's giving a kid. It's a fucking bike or a Lego set. It's not. It's just cheesy.
Casio keyboard.
The SK1. Sample your mom. Bitch. I did that shit with mine.
Just sampled your parents.
And my sister. I'd get her to say stupid shit and run around the house going, yeah. Or I would hide behind my parents' couch and do it, and they'd think she said that and would go after her. That was fun. They're pretty gullible. All right, I'm done talking. I gotta get my food.
Oh man, dead air. We're gonna have to see
Dead air.
Dead air.
Yeah, the Casio was a shit.
James, regale me with your Cedar Point trip. You just went to Cedar Point.
And I wanted to talk about if you guys know anything about Pine Gap after that.
I have no idea, but I'm going to learn.
Yeah.
I know about Pine Gap.
For those out there, Cedar Point is an amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio. It's basically the biggest, baddest, best freaking roller coaster park on the planet. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's any place you've ever been to, but way fucking better. Imagine that. So, yeah, I mean they have the biggest roller coasters, all but yeah, it's right on the lake. It's really kick ass. Rode a bunch of stuff. I don't know. It was nice. Weather was nice.
You didn't get hit in the face with any birds, did you?
Did not get hit with any birds. No.
Good.
Went on a couple of things are probably, I think. Well, I rode the. Power Tower? It's 420 feet high.
Oh, is that a fucking drop?
Yeah, it's like that's like a take a ride up and then it just
love roller coasters.
Drops out. Yeah, they have 2 of them that like a 4-post thing that goes up 420 feet high. You on one side you can go all the way to the top, and it's air driven, so it's like it's pressurized. So it'll take you all the way, and then they release it, and you just you'll drop back down, and then it'll bounce up, and then slowly make your way down. Or you can start at the bottom, and it's like a slingshot, and it fires you straight up.
Oh shit!
Like fucking whiplash. Yeah.
Man.
So that Rode a couple things like that.
Millennium Force?
Nah. Yeah, some of that I couldn't ride because I have kids, 2 kids.
Oh yeah.
11 and 5. So
yeah, little guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I almost have to go there like without them to ride anything like that. Yeah, it's because it's too much of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, there's so many roller coasters there too.
Yeah, you would probably take you 2 days to ride Yeah, you would have to get they have like these passes that you can not line jump, but they're called like fast pass. You can just and there's like separate lines for extra money on top of the money you paid to get in.
Mhm.
For like, man, the one ticket, it, they love nickel and diming you, dude. Like any place, but
Oh, yeah.
there's like 2 levels. The first level is like $60 or something on top of the $48 to get in or whatever it is. But
Jesus.
yeah, so that gets you like half of the cool coasters, and then all the newest ones, like to get that pass, to get the fast pass, it's $98. So you're spending like about I don't know, but if you've never been there before, I'd just recommend ponying up and getting the whole shebang,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Because
Because fuck
you
those
can
lines.
fly in and get on every freaking ride, dude, in like 2
Yeah,
seconds.
you'll waste your entire fucking
Yeah,
day waiting in lines.
yeah, yeah. Well, the lines there. It's like to ride the Millennium Force, which is just insane. Uh, it it was 2 hours to ride that, and then
Jeez,
I was just down in Florida over spring break at Disney. Dude, it was like 3 hours to go ride, like, the teacup.
that's crazy. The
Yeah.
teacups?
Yeah. Yeah, so
The
that's
teacups rule.
yeah, but there's, like, 7 rides at Cedar Point that do the same thing as teacups.
I
It's
know, they're
insane.
not the
It's
teacup.
not the teacup. Yeah. Yeah, so
That sounds awesome.
it's just a cool place, man. I mean, I don't know, trying to
Has it been there a long time? Is like,
it's been there a long, long time.
yeah.
Well, they just celebrated their 70th year, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, um yeah, and then trying to think of different kind of rides. I mean, it's all metal, a lot of metal coasters. They had this one, and it was called the Mean Streak, which was like the tallest, fastest wooden coaster. And what they did was they like cut half of it off over the winter, and they replaced it with all steel track and a whole new car system. And the first
Oh,
drop is
man.
just totally vertical, just straight down. Yeah, it just goes over straight down. Yeah, all those are above like
Wow.
400 feet. Yeah, they're huge. Like they have a lot of inverted.
Everybody had a good time, though?
It was a good time, dude. Yeah,
Nice.
probably 10:30 to 10. Yeah, it was like I think I got there about 10:30. Stayed till 10 o'clock.
Damn,
Long,
man.
long
One
day.
day.
How far do you live from there?
45
Big.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
So have you
awesome.
gone there a bunch of times?
every year I go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I
Lucky.
try to go at least once a year since it's that close.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to have a Six Flags.
Yeah, we
Uh,
Yeah,
got
we
six.
lived like 45 minutes from Six Flags, went there
yeah,
once.
they used to have one of those. Before that, it was well, then the county it was in, it was Geauga County, but it was on a lake, and so it was called Geauga Lake. And
Nice.
and so it had a Geauga Lake. It was about half the size of Cedar Point. They used to have that, and then across the lake, kind of catty corner to it, was SeaWorld. When everyone, every freaking state used to have SeaWorld. But amusement parks are fun,
Yeah, they
especially
are.
Cedar Point, dude.
Dude, Cedar Point's great. Everybody needs to go.
I
Yeah,
went to SeaWorld in San Diego. I wasn't too impressed. I don't remember them having rides. Did they have rides?
Lame, super lame rides.
the one in Florida
Okay,
has.
no wonder I can not.
There's a SeaWorld in Orlando, and it has some rides.
They're horrible. They're like log rides from the 50s.
No, they had a couple steel coasters there. Some inverted ride I saw. I don't know. We were staying at a hotel that was kind of right by it. You could see him across the way. There's a water park right next to it too. This is in Orlando, Florida. That's
Yeah. Jerry lived in Florida.
right.
No, I didn't.
I thought you said your family. I thought you said you guys lived in Florida.
We had a vacation house in Florida.
Okay, well,
Several.
technically that's Florida, but whatever. No, I'm just kidding. So would you go there, Jar? Have you been there to the same place?
I've been all over Orlando to SeaWorld and Disney and Universal. And every shitty in between that exists.
They have this
Have
one
you
ride.
been to Disneyland?
God, yeah.
Sorry.
At least 15, at least 16 times.
Whoa, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Here in California?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's at Disneyland, not
No,
Disney World.
I've been to Disneyland once.
Okay.
Disney World, I've been to 15, 16 times.
Yeah, that's a
I've
lot
been
of
to
effort to
Universal
just go to Disneyland.
3 or 4 times. Well, we had annual passes because we're Florida residents, so we could.
Right.
And that's when I had a vacation house in Orlando, which is like
That'd be cool to have right there.
I thought so. It wasn't.
In
Too
Orlando?
many
Yeah.
people?
Hmm? No,
Too
it's
many
just,
people or too many
there's too many
breakers? Or?
There's too many rentals. I bought it as an investment to rent out, and there's just too many of them.
Oh, yeah. The market was flooded.
Yeah, these days you're better off, dude. Like I was talking to somebody when I was down there, and they were just Airbnb'd it. You know, it was a fraction of the cost.
This was 13 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, even then,
Yeah.
right?
So
But
anyway,
then, now, yeah, they.
Even still, we had our passes and the kids, and I would take the kids down there just for the weekend because it's only a 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
Pick them up at school, drive, get there, they'll sleep the whole way, wake up in the morning, we're at Disney.
Biggest water park.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I have a more Memorial Day story.
Memorial
My
Day?
dad took us to Honolulu in 1982 for Memorial Day weekend. Me and my older sister. Awesome. It was the second time I'd been to Hawaii. But only Waikiki. I never went to Maui or anything like that. I didn't go to the fancy places.
I've never been to Hawaii.
You haven't?
No.
I've
Been to Mexico. You've been to a million places that
I
I
have.
would have rather gone. Okay, the first time I went to Hawaii, I was 11. We rode first class because my dad was an airline pilot, so we got upgraded, which was awesome. They had chocolate bowls for the ice cream, and we didn't know they were chocolate because I'm like 11. And this guy started eating his bowl. And we were like, oh my God, what a weirdo. And then we found out they were chocolate. Awesome. But so when you're flying in to the airport in Honolulu, I was expecting like the whole thing to be covered with sugar cane and just like that the whole place would be just like, oh, I don't know. I just didn't imagine it would be like it was. I thought it was going to be totally rural and native, and that was sort of just at 11 with Hawaii. God.
I've never been. I don't know. I mean, I've had friends that have gone. I had a friend who was a Marine. He lived there. He was an MP on a base there, and on the Big Island. But I don't know. I mean, I guess if I had tickets, I'd go or whatever. It costs a fortune to go there. Yeah.
Yeah, or I mean,
You save up for something.
trust me, we would have never gone. My parents were so cheap. We would have never gone, even if they had the money. They wouldn't have spent it.
Yeah.
Unless my dad could have gone. If he didn't get free tickets, we wouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
So that was the one thing. But I don't know. It creeps me out to be on an island. Like I don't know. It scares me. Because it's like a 5-hour flight over there. You have tailwinds when you come back. So I think it's like 4. Or I don't know, something like 4.5 and 3.5 or something. But
See, this is a coaster that's called the Gatekeeper, and it's in the entrance of the park. It goes right above you when you walk underneath of it.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's badass. You lay down on it, so like kind of feels like you're flying. Like it flips over upside down, so then you're just flying base.
How do they have you strapped in?
With the over the shoulder.
Oh, okay, the
thing.
harness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's another one of it. You can kind of see it.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty sweet. That's just part of it. It's freaking awesome.
You get to go upside down on it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
every
cool.
freaking ride there is basically inverted, upside down, completely crazy.
Do they still have those ones where you like free fall? You go way, way high and then they just like drop it?
Yeah, here's looking up at it right here. Yeah. That's the it's that's the one I was telling you about that goes up like 420 feet high. Yeah.
And then it just free falls like you're in an elevator that's free falling.
Yeah. And then I rode this thing too. It's a it's probably as high as the other
Big
thing.
swing.
It's a swing.
It looks
Yeah.
like Mickey Mouse's swing.
Dude,
Yeah, that's
at first
cool.
you're going up and it's kind of slow, and you're sitting in like a it's got the over the shoulder harness thing, like a coaster would, but at first it starts going pretty slow, and then right at the top they like pick on the speed, and that's when then mentally you're like, holy shit, if this thing like breaks, because it's like right on the coast, like you're just like, okay, on this side you hope and pray and just if it flies off or whatever, and on the other side you're just like, okay, I hope it if it breaks you just fly out into the lake in the lake area.
Oh my god.
It's
That'd
a
be
high, man.
crazy.
But they have some pretty crazy rides. They have one that's called Top Fuel Dragster. It's got a lot of these use maglev technology, like with magnets, and that one particularly does, and it's like a catapult system. So it's a dragster, like it goes down, and that one shoots up 480 feet. It's huge, and
Oh my
basically,
gosh.
it's like a giant quarter pipe. It'll go up and then it'll go up, turn, and come back down. But it goes like 120 miles an hour is what it does. So it's like 0 to 120 in like 3.5 seconds. It's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
So that was my trip. It was fun. Yeah, so I was just busy. Yeah, I was out in Oregon, came back home, worked a few days, went to Cedar Point on Friday, couple days off, tomorrow off. Been a nice couple weeks.
That's nice. The one thing I love about you, James, is you are always taking your kids somewhere. You're
Sure.
always
Yeah.
like you are active. You are an active part. You're an active human in this environment.
I like to, I don't know. I like to do
What are you,
stuff.
fucking Zuckerberg? You are an active human in this environment.
Yeah, I like to. I mean, I don't. I'm not the best like in giant like the crowds and stuff like that. I mean, it can get kind of annoying, but like.
Yeah, but you take your
So,
like a
I'll
lot of
give you
parents
an
will go, well,
example.
we can't afford it,
Oh, well.
So
yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
it was always like that.
yeah,
so,
and
like,
so we didn't. Yeah, even though they could, we just didn't go.
Dude,
We had too much work to do.
growing up, I never got to do anything like stuff that I do now. I think that's probably part of it.
That I bet that is
Yeah.
because I was totally like that. In fact, a psychologist told me that I was like I went the way opposite way of my parents. So I was doing my children harm by not treating them like crap. I mean, my parents didn't treat me like crap, but
No, yeah, they just mine just we definitely didn't have the money for sure to do all that shit. Especially vacation. Like the first time I like went on a big time like vacation, I was like 17. And drove down to down to Georgia, down by Jerry to St. Simon's Island, which is off the coast of Savannah.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it was cool. And then I went into Florida for like a couple hours one day, but that was when I was like 17. Yeah. And then but yeah, later on, yeah, I mean I started doing a lot more stuff with my band. Like, dude, I saw more and did more with just my band in a shitty van on the road, fucking playing hardcore music at shitty club.
Like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Did you go see the big dinosaur?
No.
In the desert?
No, never made it. We didn't go west. We always did east. Yeah.
Really?
Furthest
Wait,
west.
but you lived in LA.
No, I've never been. I've been to LA once.
I thought you went to college out here.
Not this
What am I
guy.
thinking of?
No, I went to college in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Didn't you come to California for a while?
No, never did. I mean, the only time I was in California was when I got married. We got married in Vegas.
Oh, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
I got married in
Okay.
Vegas at Caesar's Palace, and then I drove to California through the desert there, and then
Yeah.
stayed in LA for like.
That's what it was. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking that you had like spent a semester here and gone. So
No, I never did. I don't know. I mean, that's the only taste of California I've ever had.
yeah, that's a bad taste.
Yeah, it's just LA.
I mean, California is so much more than
Yeah.
LA. It's amazing.
It's like a turd
But
taco.
everybody equates it to LA.
Bad taste.
What?
It's like a turd taco.
Like a turd taco.
Turducken taco.
It'll get you really high. No, there's some beautiful places here in California.
No, I do not discriminate, Ellie.
Leo.
Sorry about last night, man.
All kitties treated equally.
I was so fucking tired. That dude was just talking and talking and talking. And
I know.
Thank you. Yeah.
He's still talking on his channel right now.
He's still talking. What's up, dude?
That was my point. He has his own channel. Go talk.
yeah, I didn't have a problem with him. I was just fucking, that CBD oil was kicking.
That's CBD. We were just talking about.
And then I got up like 2 o'clock in the morning and my heart rate was racing and I was going like into like full panic mode and shit for some reason. I have no idea what the fuck was going on. I had to drink like a double dose of magnesium and shit just to calm my blood pressure down. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened. Someone hexed me.
It was a spirit. I don't know. Maybe you got hexed. Was it after or before?
That was after I went to bed.
But after the
Yeah,
you were in our Zoom though, right? It was after that.
Uh-huh.
You're drunk. I don't know.
No, I wasn't drinking.
No, I don't think your heart raced. No.
Oh, I heard that it could be the energy waves, the activation waves.
There you go. Is the rainbow wave?
Activating your heart chakra. Maybe.
Wasn't there just somebody put out a story?
No, it is good.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does it all mean?
Go ask Alex Trebek. We don't fucking know.
we gave up. It's like, okay, this is goofy. It's like trying to shop and there's just too many choices. I just cannot pick a soup
we're just
anymore.
talking and trying to, yeah, we're just trying to throw out what we don't think is right.
But not today.
Milling it around.
We're just bullshitting today.
Yeah.
This is decompression therapy for everyone.
Yeah.
There you go.
Week. It's still not over.
There's just been so
I'm
much.
still decompressing.
Yeah, right. It's the waves.
You know, I really wish we could have gone to the cabin chair.
Oh, yeah,
that would have like chilled us out so much being with everybody.
Maybe not.
No, because everybody did everything. Everybody who went there said the same thing that I've talked to. That the vibe was so good.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, I still
kind of
feel
reset.
that. I still feel the set and setting like internally.
I bet.
Like it's weird, but
That's because you matched your frequency. You matched your vibration with them, James.
yeah, that's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
You're living on 5D Earth right now, maybe.
But
the one Mr. BBB found.
But we were just saying a few minutes ago about being out, and I was just being out in public and doing stuff like that and being out in crowds and stuff. But I was just talking with Leo the other night. It was
Donovan.
yeah.
Donovan Cruz. ladies and gentlemen.
Being out there, and being here, completely different. Like me in person, everyone was just like, dude, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like you're quiet. I'm like, that's who I am, really.
I mean, I'm even quieter. That would freak everybody out.
This crazy, like as I seem to be on when I do these shows and when I hang out with everybody. I mean, obviously I'm comfortable. I'm in my own house or whatever. Like being out there, yeah. I mean, I know everybody from the chats and from talking with everybody. But when you're around people 24 hours a day, it's a little different. And, people, I mean, I hope I didn't give the wrong vibe out to anybody. I doubt it.
No, you didn't at all.
They're like, hey, watch out.
Watch out for that quiet guy.
Watch out for the quiet guy. He might shank you in the middle of the night.
Totally. Yeah.
If he's not stoned.
I mean, everyone's just like, what's going on, dude? I'm like, I am just chilling, dude. I don't know. I'm completely fine. No worries, dude. I am just chilling. Like I said, yeah, that sleep thing. Yeah, the
jet lag.
The jet lag, yeah.
So the first day you got there, was it too much to be with everybody at first, like right at first, and you had to go like be alone for a little bit?
I didn't know what to do at first. Yeah, it was hard to be like.
It's hard to be around that much energy. This happens to me all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like overwhelming, and you have to go into another room and just be alone for about 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
And you come back out and it's like all balanced, like
How I feel about being with.
I think really what happened was he was just heartbroken that Steve wasn't there.
I thought that
who, by the way, has slipped out of this?
First.
Who slipped out and gone to bed now? By the way.
What? Oh, that little shit. Ah. I did that when I was in the past.
What, did he smoke too much?
No, it's
what?
It's 10:30.
No, it's late. Oh, well, I don't think he has your hours, Leo.
It's 9:30.
I don't know. He's probably playing a game or something.
I think he's got to work tomorrow.
I don't know what he's.
Yeah, it's holiday weekend. That's right.
Oh wait, he is probably working.
Yeah, he was complaining about all the people on the holiday weekends. I hate holiday weekends. I don't blame him. I hate working retail on holiday weekends.
Retail?
Yeah, it was crazy, like getting there. And when I was trying to find everybody, because I drove in, I flew myself, drove in myself. And yeah, dude, the entire time I was like, fuck, where the Grimsteak isn't here. Like it really sucked.
Well, Feld was really there. That was too good enough.
Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, I did meet a lot of cool freaking people in person and match that vibe for sure. But like, yeah, trying to find people when I first got there, like you're talking about, Jared, it's like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
like I finally, like I was talking with Darren and I was like, where are you at? He sent me a pin where they were. And man, it looks like they're down by the ocean from where his target was or whatever. So I parked in a parking garage and walked down there, and it came around the corner and they were all coming up. There was like 10 people. I'm like, whoa. And
I know, you can't stop smiling. It's like,
James, dude, fuck there. Come running over. I'm like, oh, and then it was cool. But then, yeah, you're still like, I don't know what to say. I don't know, no clue.
What we should have done, you should have screamed really loud and ran away.
Like a girl. I'll tell you this, though. The energetic connections you made during that trip will last your entire life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
No, I can't wait to go hang out with everybody again. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to do another one here soon.
Yeah, we don't have to wait for them. We'll do our own.
Well, we are. If go too.
What?
You know, Mike had a really good idea. He said we should all pitch in and buy like a house or buy some property or whatever in the middle of the country.
In Hawaii.
Smack dab in the middle.
Conspiratorium. Didn't you see I wrote that?
Oh, I didn't see that.
So that
it was back in chat.
I didn't know what it was, though.
That would be Kansas?
That's hilarious. Kansas?
I said Hawaii.
I think we need to go to Nebraska. They're building a lot of underground stuff in Nebraska, so I'm pretty confident we'd be safe there.
You need to buy Colorado where you can buy legal weed.
Yeah.
Guys, South America.
It's not legal in Nebraska?
That's why they chose Oregon, obviously, because everyone smokes smoking mass amounts of freaking.
Hell no, you can't smoke in Nebraska. Hell no, you can't
Yeah,
smoke.
like you got to pick a legal place.
You
It just
couldn't even
adds-
get a tattoo in Omaha until like 2 years ago or something.
I can't believe they have a parking garage in Seaside, Oregon.
Yeah, there's one parking.
That's like
garage.
amazing to me.
Yeah, it's weird. It's this really like small
Jeez,
town,
fuck yeah,
like
totally.
with like a lot of old stuff, like these little bodega stores and stuff.
Why did you have to park in a parking garage?
I just found. I don't know. I just saw a parking sign and I just kind of followed it.
Because you
I
were
didn't know
driven
where they
into
were.
town, you mean?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
drove in to the. I drove past where they were. I went to the cabin, and then I was like, dude, there's no one here. So obviously they're somewhere around here. But so then they were like, yeah, we're back here. You know, so I followed the little.
So you had to
whatever.
park in a parking garage to go to this cabin?
No.
Okay.
The town of Seaside or whatever.
And it's just far enough away, too far to walk, right? It's like 1.8 miles. God damn.
Weren't they down at the beach though? So you had to get down to the beach
I had
where
to
they were.
park, yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, there's like a couple
See,
different trails.
This is the other, I'm kind of glad I didn't go because all the things I did, I hate.
Yeah, you don't like the beach. You don't like the water. I don't think it did. Did anybody go boogie boarding or surfing?
Hey, no, no one did any. It was
Okay.
I didn't even touch the water because I knew it was freezing cold.
I would go down once, but I wouldn't like hang out there. And if they were doing a bonfire, I'd be down
the
there.
beach. Yeah, the one night, like we all kind of went down, like at the cabin. We went down there, and me and Darren, and we all started gathering up firewood. Yeah, Sean
made fire. He
yeah,
said.
he found a amber burning.
Sean,
yeah,
Sean?
and then Sean Kilgar.
Shameless.
Oh,
Sean Shameless.
Jesus.
So he found somebody remnants
embers.
Of a fire. Yeah, and then we all ran around.
He was the god on.
Yeah, the fire god, dude. Yeah.
No, Ember and Umber were the two gods and magicians.
And magicians. Yes.
Ember
So,
was
yeah, we
the
had a big
girl.
fire going the one night. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty relaxed, chill time. But I mean, Jerry, you would have been fine. I mean, that was right by the cabin. You just walked across the.
Jerry doesn't like sand.
I don't like. I have this mortal. It's not a fear. It's like an enemy. We're mortal enemies, Sand and I.
It's a weird sand. It's not like East Coast sand.
It's coarse.
Stick to you. East Coast sand like sticks to you.
Yeah, it's not as fine probably because the fine sand you get.
Yeah, it's more coarse.
It didn't even get stuck in my shoes or anything.
Oh,
yeah.
Then that sand may be my friend.
Yeah.
The sand would be, and we have it here in California too. Well, in Northern California. Well, no, all of California.
I've never been to. I've been to the water's edge on the bay in San Francisco, but I haven't been to a beach.
Ugh, gross. Scuzzy there.
Yeah, we had.
But I'm probably back when you went. It was nice.
Yeah, a lot of doobies being passed. Couple people there, but like it was fun. It was that we were there.
Big bonfire.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, we
I like
got
how
that thing
Failed
going.
said everybody went everywhere together.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that never happened. That was awesome.
Well,
the
one group Saturday morning, like they went golfing because we were like right in our backyard was a golf course, and that's so like maybe five of them went golfing, but and then so like me and Graham and like a bunch of like Failed, we all stayed together. I mean, I don't know. I played golf. Well, you know, I'm decent at it, but like I was like I'd rather like hang out and talk more with people to an extent, you know, as much as I was talking, but like just hanging, just chilling, man. Yeah, smoking.
I don't have patience for golf, so I played ice hockey.
Yeah.
I played golf with my grandpa and my uncle, and it was the most fun I've ever
boring.
had.
It's so boring.
No, we all sucked, and we were hitting it, you know, like into the tree, and we're laughing our asses off. It was really fun. None of us were like, oh, we got to make this shot, you know, because none of us were good at it.
I don't understand, like, if it's hot outside, you know.
No, this was in Oregon. It wasn't hot.
I mean, if it's warm outside, you know, but I don't know. It's just boring to me. Like, I just don't. It's like, okay, let me stand here and.
You haven't gone golfing with the right people.
Let me hit this ball.
It's boring as fuck.
Let me
It
walk
is pretty funny.
down to the next fucking
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah,
I know my sister plays golf.
Well, unless you had a
It's crazy.
golf carts are fun. I
Well,
like
yeah,
driving golf carts.
yeah.
I like getting drunk and driving around in one.
I was drunk, but I had my grandma with me, and we were driving around all being stupid and shit.
Well, see, that was fun.
It was okay.
Oh, okay.
It was okay until the fucking mosquitoes.
There's me, failed,
Oh.
and Bigfoot.
Were you at Cedar Point?
No.
That was in Seaside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they have like some Bigfoot action going on there.
Did you hear any knocks or hoots or whatever?
No.
No howls.
I swear I heard some odd howls the other night when I was filming.
That's funny. I heard some weird. I figured it was just dogs, but you know how much I listen to all those Bigfoot things. I'm like, what was that? How was that a dog? That happened the other night too.
Is this real life?
I know. Is this real life?
I keep seeing online, like on my Facebook, that stupid Montana wolf dog that was killed or whatever.
Oh yeah, that totally looks like a dog.
Like this guy? That's Beer Wolf.
What's the Montana wolf dog? I don't know what that is.
It's a coyote.
It's a cryptid. Is it
nothing like a fuck?
Is it the one that looks like the chupacabra they used in the National Geographic thing?
That's what you thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was the same picture, but it didn't look.
He's black and he's all sweaty like a moose.
Woo!
Hey, I was just showing a picture.
It was a coyote wolf hybrid or something like that.
Yeah, what are they called, Leo? I can't remember because we have them here in California. In fact, I think they said they're in most of North America.
There's me and failed.
Yeah, buddy. Fuck yeah. I got one too.
Koi something.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I don't remember. Yeah, they have
Coyote wolf.
Yeah, it is what it
It's something like, yeah, it's like that.
Dude, we were just we were
Like
just
a
talking about
Cuyahoga
this,
wolf.
Leonidas. I think weren't we talking about this the other night? Was that me and you?
Were we?
I don't know. I mentioned. I don't know what I
don't know. Me.
Oh, I was sitting with my wife. Yeah, and she was listening to a podcast about it.
Well, we were talking about today, like,
hey, look, it's me and my brother, and
yeah, just there we are.
Apparently, somehow, got in conversation about skinwalkers with my sister and her friend. And her friend apparently says that she met a skinwalker when she was in New Mexico. So, yeah, I was like, really? Really?
What did she say about it?
She said it was some guy. When some guy came to the door, looking. I guess they were trying to sell the house. And by the way, she was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, New Mexico has all kinds of skinwalkers." And I'm like,
well, the Four Corners area.
I'm like, okay, keep going. So she started talking to like, well, when I was younger, this guy comes to the door, looking at the house. He was interested in the house. She says she had this like overwhelming like just fear just overcame her, and it was just
kind of like Black Eyed Kids.
No, they say they say that about when you're near like a Bigfoot or that overwhelming fear is like part of it. Whether that's just I don't know, something in your head or if it I don't know what it is.
Here's the driver.
I asked her,
but it's the same.
Well, did you check out his eyes? She's like, yeah, it wasn't solid black, but she said his eyes were like a very deep dark brown. Anyway, her mom comes down and says, she tells her, you need to go upstairs now. And I guess her mom told her that he was a skinwalker.
So what is a skinwalker exactly?
It's a shape changer type.
But what does it look like when it's not shifted or shape changed or walking in another skin?
Like a human. It's a human that takes on an animal form through a sacrifice of a loved one.
So,
So it's like black magic.
Yeah. And then they can, so when they're in their skinwalking form, they, like, if they say they want, you know, they're jealous of your car or whatever. I heard this.
They become your car?
Well, no. They could cause problems for you that you lose your car and then they get, you know, like they get one just like it. I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of jealousy from
It sounds like
a few Native American Indian people that have talked about it, because not a lot of them will talk about it.
so. Like
Apparently,
all the dudes on True Blood, like Sam, people like Sam, they were skinwalkers.
Apparently, they're all around us. Apparently, they're in like law enforcement,
You
politics.
could turn into a dog, or
Well, those are like
Any-
shapeshifter reptiles.
you could
aren't
turn into
they?
anything. Actually, no, he could just polymorph at will.
How do you do that? I want to do that. But I don't want to sacrifice anybody.
You have to sacrifice.
He was born that way.
Well, I mean, it goes back to the story that Joe Roop was talking about. Where the werewolf knocks on the dude's door and says, "Hey, I can't transfer back, or I can't transmute back to human form. So don't be afraid."
I remember that story.
Was he a werewolf at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Is this real life?
Go back.
And I don't know if like a werewolf is like maybe like when they're trying to transform into like an animal, do they get stuck somehow, some way? Because I know people were talking about they can hear like bones cracking and stuff, and they see a morph.
Just like in the movies.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you know, where do the movies get their ideas from? You know what
Where
I mean?
do people get their ideas from?
Well, yeah.
It's a vicious circle.
Oh, dang it. He's not here.
Who?
To play the ether.
It's ether. James could play it.
It's in the ether.
But you know, it's kind of like, okay, if you had a werewolf at your front door, why didn't you take a picture of it? A selfie.
Exactly.
Because like a lot of the people from the stories I've heard, I didn't say supposedly.
I did.
Supposedly, like, you don't even think about taking a picture. I think you know, when you're shocked, you don't think about, oh, let me go run and get my camera. You're like, what the fuck?
That's the first thing I think of. I keep my camera in my trunk. I mean, I always have my camera.
I'm going to. If I got some black eye motherfucking kids at my front door, I'm like, hold on just a minute. Wait just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh my God.
I'll be like, all right.
Hold that pose right there.
Leo, you gotta get that black-eyed kid thing behind you.
See what is it the same as like a lot of people imagined it at the same time, so then they kind of made it or brought it into existence that way?
My topus?
Anything. Cryptos.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's a possibility. I think that's more of the case when you talk about things like Slender Man.
Oh yeah.
Or Slender Man.
In the like the werewolf mythology or something like that, then it'd just be like nature sprung a leak and
well, I mean werewolf stories have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like vampires. And see, I don't know if there's an actual difference between a werewolf and a dogman, or if they're just one and the same.
Wolves and dogs are further apart on the family tree. Canines.
The wolf man, or
it's a different branch.
Maybe dogman
I'm sorry.
is the incarnation.
I mean,
of
like
a
you have
werewolf
like
that can't transform back or something like that.
Seems like you have different types of Bigfoots.
Yeti. Would Yeti be considered a Bigfoot?
Yeah, and the abominable snowman. They're all Sasquatchy and Or
Sam Squanches.
Sam Squanches.
Is there any more?
There's the skunk ape in the Everglades, I think, or Louisiana, that's supposedly related, and there's one in South America. It's like a pygmy yeti.
What's a chupacabra? Is that like a dog thing?
It's
like an alligator and a dog.
okay. So chupacabra is Spanish. It means goat sucker.
It's a dog that has mange. That's all.
The ones that have been caught look like dogs that have mange or wolves that have mange, and they went rabid and went crazy and sucked the guts out of goats.
I mean, there might be an actual like blood sucking creature, like rodent out there or something.
I saw one at a bris once. Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
A pygmy yeti. That's what we need, is a pygmy yeti.
I swear there's one I saw.
Or the pygmy giraffes. Those are fucking amazing.
Yes. Opulence. I has it.
But my sister says she thinks she has a spirit that's attached to her.
Yeah, it's called the Yowie.
Yowie?
Yowie.
Yowie?
Yowie. Jesus.
Sorry, I'm filling up my.
I thought I typed fast.
So she wants to summon this spirit. I'm like, well, I don't know about that.
Of a yeti.
No. They lived in an old house a long time ago, and she said it was haunted, and there was a spirit there, and she thinks it's like following her, attached to her.
Well, if you go there, it will talk to you. You know that.
No, but she's 16. Like, I don't.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't think she needs to be involved in it.
No.
So let's say she has a spirit attached to her.
She's not mentally capable of, like. I mean, just today she was freaking out. She was crying because a random door closed. Like upstairs, she thought that it was me because I like to scare her every once in a while because it's funny. But she's like, it's not funny, and I'm like, I called for her downstairs, and she's like, oh my god, she started crying. It's like there's something up here, and I'm like, there's nothing up here.
Then
it's
it's
like
a negative. She has a negative experience with spirit, and I probably wouldn't talk.
But just going in the house, it will talk. It will hassle Leo.
Her hormones could be bringing up a lot of stuff that she's attaching to what she thinks is the spirit. I mean,
she randomly tells me today she wants to be a witch.
Oh, well, there you go. She's
And
probably
she's scared of the spirits in her house. That's not a good way to become a witch.
No, not at all.
That's how you
She's
become
too young.
She needs to understand that she has to control them.
She's trying to. No, I get it. She's trying to find herself. She's
attention seeking. Why do you want to be a witch?
I was like, well, you can't be a scaredy cat if you're going to be a witch. I mean, you're scared of everything. So,
what are the practical uses of being a witch? I don't understand.
I don't know.
There could be many practical uses. I don't know. I think it's just kind of in the genre, so it piques people's interest.
Is Nish a witch?
Yeah.
Ask her. I don't know.
I don't know. When it comes to spirituality, I say I do. But
The ghost we had in our house, I was walking to, this is the house in Modesto. The guy we rented it from, we had just it was when 2008, the housing market took a tank. We were totally underwater on our house, so we just said screw it and filed bankruptcy, and so we had to rent a house in town, and so it was this. I think the house was like probably 60 years old, and come to find out,
You said come.
God, you always get me. So I'm walking. The master bedroom was at the back. It was a really weird house. There was like a hot tub in this middle room, middle room that there was a sliding glass door to that used to be the outside, but they enclosed it. It had like this 5-car garage. It was an RV thing. It was crazy, but it was a creepy old house. They didn't change anything. All the same carpets were still there from the 70s and weird ass drapes and stuff. And so it was in like this, they called it the Camelot area of Modesto, which was, had all the names from, like Prince Edward. We lived on Charlemagne Way. So, and it was a really nice neighborhood, but it was, the house wasn't creepy. It just was like a really weird place. It had a weird vibe. There were, we had alleys behind us. So, which always creeped me out. But anyway, so I'm walking out of the master bedroom, and you have to go around this long hall and then go towards the kitchen. And the boys' bedrooms were up in the front. Ben's was next to like the front door. His was the closest to the door. And when I'm going to turn the corner by Jack's room, and then there's Ben's room, and to go into the kitchen, I hear like this muffled talking. It sounds like a man. I'm like, oh my God, did I leave the TV on? It's like 6 a.m. This is when I, used to kind of sleep normally. And
when was the last?
This is so weird. Yeah, this was like in what?
Years ago.
2009. So.
When the time rip happened.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Also when Bitcoin was created.
Wow.
Also,
all right, we're gonna have to explore that another time.
Ever since then, well, that's what I'm saying. It's been the blur since like.
Yeah.
So I was deployed in Iraq at the time. Too.
Yeah. A lot of weird shit was happening back then.
Everything's changed since the eclipse last year.
Stuff you never would have thought would have happened in your life.
Everything's changed since the eclipse. Everything's gone wonky. We entered Bizarro world or something.
It's been wonky though. I think the eclipse was like just the fucking
Spank
cherry
on
on
the ass to
the
get it
ice
going.
cream sundae.
It was a spank on the ass to get that horse going.
Exactly.
Crack. All right, go crazy.
So I go. The living room's to the right, and then the kitchen is straight. Past. We had double doors. It was the old ranch house, and so I go into the living room because I think, well, maybe I left the TV on. And nope, the TV's not on. And they go in the kitchen. So I asked the neighbor, I'm like, who used to live here? She's like, oh, well, Rick's dad and mom, and the guy who rented us the house. And so I was like, well, did he die in this house? And she was a Buddhist. So she was very open to, she wasn't like this closed little person. Not, like some people are. She was open to spirits and stuff. So she's like, oh yeah, you know what? I think he did. I know that, he was taken away in an ambulance and then he was dead. So I'm pretty sure he died in the house. So I was like, okay, well that makes sense. So then Steve saw his apparition in the garage, just like kind of like a fuzzy form of a man. And when I would be in Ben's room cleaning, I just felt like he was practically like laying on my back, just, it wasn't oppressive. It was just like, like he wanted to know what I was doing. He's watching, what are you doing? Are you doing that right? It was weird. So finally, when I was in there for like 4 hours one day. I was cleaning the carpets, doing all kinds of stuff. And it just felt heavier and heavier and heavier. And finally I just go, you know what? You need to go to the light. And I just told him, go to the light. And then he was gone. And then I kind of missed him, which sounds crazy, but it was weird. So, and the door used to stick out. A friend came over. She flipped out when she couldn't open the door because she knew this, that what was going on. I was like, it's okay, Susan. It will, give it a minute. And then it'll unstick. The kitchen door into the garage used to come open all the time by itself. It was funny. So
my aunt says that Anytime she's around me, she hears this lady singing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Whatever that means. Yeah.
Huh.
She's always like, "Did you hear that? Some lady singing." Oh. I was like, well, maybe that's the lady that all those random people said was attached to me. Like from a long time ago.
Oh. Well, see, I think the veil is a
I mean, I don't know.
little more transparent for some people than for others. So people who can hear and see things, well, I mean, we might not know where they're coming from, but
Well, I
it's
mean, you
definitely
know,
kind of weird.
she used to do a lot of drugs, so I don't know if that like opened her mind a little bit more, or she's just fucking crazy.
You know what? She was probably doing drugs because her mind was so open and all the shit that she saw and heard. A lot of people medicate because of that.
Yeah, she says she fought a demon.
Yeah, there you go.
One night, she walked down the hallway. She saw this shadowy figure standing there. She went to approach it, and it was like just a pile of clothes that just dropped to the floor.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
She saw a demon and then it just dropped to the floor?
It was fucking Winona Ryder goofing around.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you kidding or are you serious?
No, that's what she told me. She was dead serious.
Oh, okay.
And then when she saw a cowboy ghost when she was with me before. Well,
You're just like I told you, you're light.
She was like,
they're attracted to you.
She's acting weird. She was acting weird. I'm like, what? I was like, Christy, what is wrong with you? We need to go. Like, what? It's like, we need to go now. I'm like, why? It's like, because there's a fucking cowboy standing over there. I'm like, standing where? She's like, she pointed out to the distance. Like, I don't see nothing. Like, she was freaking out. I can tell you that there was a time where I actually heard a door open and slam shut that would have not been possible, like from a draft, because it's one of those doors where it latches. It doesn't. It's like a door that forces itself closed.
Mm-hmm.
And we both heard it. She looked at me. She's like, "I know you heard that." I was like, "Yeah, okay, okay. All right.
I'll admit it.
All right, yeah, I heard that."
I don't want to believe it, but I'll admit it.
I didn't see no cowboy, but I definitely heard
Maybe
that.
only she could see him.
I don't know. I told her, I said, well, maybe you got demons attached to you. I have no clue. It's like, why do these people come to me with all this shit? You know?
I told you.
I mean, it's just like my sister's friend. Like, she has a new friend or whatever, and she's just like, oh yeah, and she starts talking, and I'm like, why are you telling me this? Like, why?
Because the demons that are attached to her told them to talk to you.
I guess so. I guess everyone has demons attached to
Maybe it was the light workers that are with
Same
Leo
difference.
that
Light
told
worker,
her.
demon, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't know. I don't know what to believe about that stuff.
Yeah, but aren't there like what makes a demon though?
I don't know. What's a demon?
Yeah, it's a word in the Bible.
Is it?
I don't know. It's in the Bible.
I think so.
Zach.
Like
Hey, Zach.
3 times.
A relevant being or something?
Like what?
Okay, the way I think of them is
Like-
energetic forces that can be influential on your consciousness.
Right. But I think you have to let them in my opinion. Maybe not, but that's what I think.
I don't think so, because you can get cursed. Like with some magic like hoodoo, you can get cursed. And that magic involves binding a jinn to do harm to a person. That's technically what happens.
Could this be like a generational curse?
Yes. Absolutely.
So even though I didn't actually do anything, I'm just
But I think that's part of belief.
You don't have a curse per se. You have
I don't think
more
Leo's
of
cursed. Leo's light.
You're you've got talents, you've got abilities.
Yep.
That's like the opposite. And that does run in families too. Did you say you were RH negative?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm A plus.
Because RH negatives have a higher
But
psychic
A is a
ability.
very rare blood type
Yeah,
too.
it is. It is.
And you could be a positive negative. You don't. I mean, unless you have it figured out.
It doesn't matter. I'm just saying things line up more that way than you having a generational demon. If I know a guy who had one, he missed I don't know. His name is Johnny Storm. He's on Facebook. You can look him up, and he talks about it all the time. Where he had this, I forget what he called it. It was like Larry or something like that. This demon that he could see, and when he bring his friends over, this thing would fuck with his friends and like make them go to sleep, and then they would. That's what he said. Would pick him up and throw him across a room or something.
Nice.
Levitate him. Couldn't have any friends over because of Larry, the demon. I'm serious though. His name Johnny Storm. It's like 2 M's or something, 2 R's.
I think you have to be a willing participant, though. I don't think that they can just attach themselves without you, agreeing to it in some way, shape, or form. That's just how, I don't know. That's just how I feel. It could be, but I don't know.
Or like a black magic contract.
There's no black magic. There's just magic.
Light and dark.
That's how you use it.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's just like, it's like hacking. You can be a black hat or a white hat, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
You use it.
I'm being a dick.
Semantic.
No, I get what you're saying, but to label it, to associate it with a word or with something.
What do you associate in the fact that you've got a generational attachment? See,
okay, so if you're doing magic to harm someone or other people willfully, then that would be considered black magic, right?
People would consider that black magic, yeah.
I would consider that to be
Or
black
that be
magic.
considered
if you were just having the thing flick somebody's, if it's just flicking somebody's ears, that's not too black, but it's going to cause a car accident, absolutely.
Voodoo's a curse, right?
Unless you're a good defensive driver like me.
Anyway, I don't know. I just know that there are magical systems that do bind demons. Even the PGM is about binding demons, and that's more of a scientific, technological process than an art, like magic. It's more science than magic.
I got lost in the chats. What are we talking about?
Demons? Binding demons in magical. You know who we need to talk to is either Sass or Sam, Shadow Sam.
Oh, I'd love to talk to Sass.
Because she's got demon friends.
See, like,
are you friends with demons? Don't they want to fuck your life up all the time?
No, they don't.
No.
It's a tool.
But here's the thing, like, you get one person that says, oh yeah, just go ahead, just summon demons, it doesn't matter, just learn the technique and whatever. And then you get another person that says, make sure you know what you're doing, because you leave yourself open to a lot of shit that you might not be able to handle.
Yes.
I just preloaded to think that demons are bad.
So it's like two different perspectives on the same thing. So I don't know, maybe one person has a better grasp on it, so it's just easier for them to interact with these things.
I haven't done any summoning or anything like that ever. But I would say if you do it properly and you do the banishing ritual properly, if you remember to banish the demon after you've bound it or tasked it or whatever, you shouldn't have any issues. I mean, I don't think there'll be any harmful negative physical effects. There may be harmful negative psychological effects from what you did. You're going to lose some sanity points on that for sure. So, well, it's true.
I have an old Egyptian. Sorry, what?
Sorry. It was an inside joke. Jerry, I have 84 sanity points.
That's a lot.
Anyway. Oh, I didn't play forever.
I got an adventure. I hope we're going to play tomorrow.
I'm in. Okay, Egyptian old Susan.
Susan.
Not that.
See, yeah, and actually, Shannon just said karma, and that's an interesting too. If you have like a voodoo priest or a hoodoo priest who's going to perform a curse for you, so like in Africa, you could go to a priest and have him perform this for payment, whatever that may be, right? So who gets the karma there, or is there any?
Yeah, I'd be afraid it would, like, whatever I wanted to happen to somebody else would come back on me. I wouldn't trust somebody else.
Would not the priest get some bad karma too for putting curses on people for other people? Like, isn't there something that resonates there?
It's the way I look at it. It's all free will. If someone, in a way, it is.
Yeah, if you choose to accept it, then
Yeah. Nobody.
Right,
the only
so-
person here that may be not having decided to do this is the victim, but it depends on how whatever occurs, right? It could be because he does something stupid, but then it's hard to say that that
Exactly.
thing caused it, you know?
Well, right. So that's assigning blame, which in a sense is like what the Christians do with the devil. You know, oh, the devil
Right,
made me do
right.
it. Yeah, I was possessed by
Satan,
the devil.
who, by the way, Kent Dunn says Satan
take
is
fucking
here.
responsibility for yourself.
Have you heard Kent Dunn talk about how Satan's here now in a woman's body?
No, I can't listen to that guy, Jerry. I told you.
And then, it
He
was right
doesn't know.
around the same time that Ellie came back, so I'm wondering.
Oh, maybe Ellie. She's the light bringer then.
No, they're not talking about
Gotta be a
Lucifer, we're talking about Satan, which
Well,
is not a
isn't,
real thing. It's just, that's what's funny about it. It's not a real
I know.
So
But
there's a difference between Satan and Lucifer.
yeah, but a lot of people equate it to be the same thing. I was just making
So
a joke.
Lucifer, the morning star, son of perdition,
Venus.
It's Venus, goddess Venus.
et cetera, whatever.
It's
Okay,
Lucifer's
he's
more like a Prometheus figure.
Iblis. I think is his Hebrew name, but he's the son of God. That's what I tell. Like when I talk to Christians and they talk about Satan, I don't think they are calling him Lucifer. Or even if it's a he, it's probably a she. Both, most. But I always tell them, I say, well, and isn't it a contradiction to your entire religion? Because you say that you're supposed to forgive. So if Lucifer is a son of God,
He's one of the fallen angels.
right? But he was created.
Not like us. The angels were not created like us.
Okay, that's a story.
This is semantics.
In
but
the
yeah.
story, yeah.
But I understand, but he was still created, right?
Allegedly.
According to the story, he was created. God created him.
Yeah.
Well,
created him to be the
Watch over the earthlings,
biggest,
the humans.
Yeah, the most beautiful angel of them all.
Did God create the angels?
No.
No, I think they were the god. I mean, because it was plural
God. No, you're getting all confused. The God, the Jehovah, whatever, the Old Testament God created the angels on like the third day or something.
Lucifer refused to bow down, so he could never be forgiven. According.
There you go.
Well, he refused. He refused to serve man.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Which went against God's order. Right? That's why he was.
Yeah, I think
was his task.
Right, because he felt.
So he took a third of the angels to rebel against him.
Yep.
Luciferian
rebellion.
Yeah.
Yes, Rise is right. Rise says in the Islamic version of the story, the reason Lucifer was, I don't know, Iblis was thrown down is because he loved God so much that he refused to bow before Adam. Sorry, children.
Confusing it. I still think it's Prometheus archetype. That whole. I don't know. I guess not. I don't know why I get those two together.
But what if, but here's the thing, like, what if that's like a literal, like, he was thrown from heaven. So what if that's like actually like, if there was a a war that took place, like let's say on Mars, um, and the whole fucking planet was blown to shit,
Meldeck?
and they came from Mars to Earth.
Well, that's what the Anunnaki are.
But what if they are one and the same? What if the fallen are the
maybe? I see. I think the things in the Catholic Bible are fake or rewritten.
They are. They're
rewritten
fake.
Roman,
They're rewritten.
Greek, Sumerian.
Yeah, I'm
legends.
not. I'm just talking based on what the story says.
So I think
I believe it.
You need to go back to the Sumerian Bible then and look at that and say, okay, so what do we have here, and start picking things and putting them in places there. Plus, Kent Dunn says that the Anunnaki are all inside a moon of Saturn right now.
Or the Coptic. I heard the Coptic Bible is the best translated Bible, according to Harry Hubbard, who's read like a billion books. So I can't really argue with somebody that's is so well read.
You just get to this point though where there's just too many choices. You can't actually pick one because there's no way to know what's true and what's not true. And
oh my god,
like trying to pick a soup at the market. Like there's too many choices.
Which brings us to like 3 hives ago when I was telling Leo he needs to put his choices to make his choices slimmer, like so he can finish. He needs to. Yeah, because a lot of people have a hard time.
Finish
with
what?
Choices. There's too many choices you can't choose.
Oh, with his movie idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that UC Davis professor who wrote the book about the nuclear war on Mars?
Is it Joseph P. Farrell?
No, I can't. I'll find the link.
Isn't there like scientific evidence to back that claim up based on the type of material found on the surface or stuff that was collected?
Yes.
That had specific type of elements that could only occur if there was a nuclear detonation.
Yes.
Basically stuff that cannot occur in nature.
Right.
By itself.
And he is an astrophysicist. So, and then he just like wrote this book about this war on Mars, and I don't even know if he works for UC Davis anymore.
What's it called?
I think it's like the. Let me Google it. Maybe about the war on Mars, the nuclear war on Mars, and the. So I think in his book he says that like whoever was remaining were the ones who came to Earth, according to his theory. So, and there are other people that have had that theory too, but
and the Nazis went to Venus.
They're just fucking cruising around morning and night looking over us.
Does that mean that Earth was already populated at the time this happened?
I don't see. That's. I don't know if anybody knows. I don't know if I've ever
Because
heard
they also
that.
say that Venus had life on it as well in the past, or could have.
Right. Nazis are there. Dude, we met. Oh well.
Then Venus must be Argentina.
Yeah.
I've seen Iron Skies. Did they ever make Iron Skies 2?
No, we talked about it though last night.
But what if Earth, is
a toroid field, a reality field?
What if Earth is like home of the actual Bigfoot? What if it's like Bigfoot's home? We came and fucking just cut all the trees down and shit.
What if it's our ancestor?
It totally could be our ancestor.
If that was such a real thing.
It's just, yeah. So it's like, well, I mean, truth is like a tree. It branches out in all kinds of different.
So is mycelium.
Oh my god, I know. The mushroom has that whole thing has a lot to do with this place. Totally.
What?
Mushrooms. Fungi.
Mycelium mushrooms. The funny mushrooms. The fun mushrooms.
No, mycelium's just a stage that mushroom that fungus goes through.
Yeah, I was listening to.
But isn't it the the hallucinogenic
No, that's psilocybin.
mushrooms.
Mycelium is
Why
a
am I thinking?
mushroom stage, a fungus stage.
Yeah, I definitely.
But
try
didn't
some
McKenna?
magic.
Wasn't he really into the whole thing
It's the
about
vegetative part of fungus.
mycelium mushrooms?
No,
And
mycelium is what you
creation?
grow before you fruit mushrooms into something that you could eat and trip on.
Okay, well, the mushrooms that make you
Magic.
have fun. Magic mushrooms. Thank you, God. Words.
They're hard, I know.
I know.
Check it
lately
out.
they're
But this
getting
is
really
exactly
hard.
what he was talking about.
I'm about to buy a bunch of 3 jars of
No, you're not.
Pharrell's.
No, it's good. See, this is mycelium. It's all very tree-like.
Show them the ones that look like big penises.
The mushrooms? No, I was showing mycelium. It's really cool, the way it
The
grows.
magic ones you showed me. They're
They're
crazy. They're thick. You're gonna gag in your mouth, Leo. I mean, there's got to be something said for that, right? Who made that?
Somebody who likes dicks?
It's crazy.
Or gets a kick out of the fact that someone's going to be eating a dick tonight. You're going to eat a bag of dicks tonight? Yeah, I got penis everywhere.
Bag of dick.
Oh my God, maybe that's where that saying came from.
Maybe.
Somebody told me that. I was like, yeah, okay. Give me one.
Anyway. Matters not. I need my window back.
Those are so creepy. Oh my God.
You know you want to eat them.
Somebody told me to eat a bag of dicks, and I said, I can't.
They,
You already ate them all.
are those types poisonous? For the edible?
If you consider tripping balls for 3 hours poisonous, yes.
So funny.
They're one of the hardest strains to grow, just FYI.
You couldn't get yours to spawn. Did you get this guy?
Oh no! I don't know if y'all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was great.
I don't know if y'all eat morel mushrooms, but they're fucking amazing.
Is this real life, Suzanne?
No, what do they say in that movie? Oh my God, Horrible Bosses, when they're like trying to tell each other to shut up.
I release you. Well, no. First,
No.
You're under my mind control. Well, my brain control beats your mind control. I release you.
It was some funny, it was just like some word. It was really funny.
Basta.
Yeah, just like shut the fuck up. Don't say that. Don't say anything.
The loud noises. Yeah, I've got that gif of Steve Carell going, loud noises?
Loud noises!
My favorite Steve Carell is when he goes, I declare bankruptcy.
Yay.
I don't know.
It's like, you can't just declare that.
He's like Will Ferrell. Like, it's funny after a while, and after it's like.
Have you seen The Big Short, though?
After a
he
while,
is
it's
so
like,
good in that.
Because they have the same like.
Yeah, if it's the same stupid lines.
Yeah,
Steve Carell in The Big Short.
Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Character in every movie,
Yeah, he's
but
really good.
yeah, Steve Carell played in The Big Short. He was completely opposite of any of the characters he's made, and it was a great film.
He was so awesome.
Now, see, I like films like that. Another example. I don't know if you ever watched 1 Hour Photo with.
Yes, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, Robin Williams.
Yeah, that film was amazing.
That was creepy.
He played a role that
Played a pedophile, didn't he?
No, he played a
I didn't think he was a pedophile. Wasn't he a killer?
creepy pervert.
No,
Creepy
he
pervert.
wasn't.
He didn't kill anybody. He just like watched them.
No, yeah, he was a watcher.
He was
A voyeur.
Weird.
I felt like his performance in that movie, he really tapped into some deep fucking emotion and portrayed it on film. because it was so good.
It was,
He was a loner.
how
He
Mindy
was a
treated
loner.
how Mindy treated him all those years. He had to get that out.
He was a loner, and he attached himself to this random family, and he just started collecting all their pictures.
Yeah. I think there are people out there like that, though.
But I mean, he wasn't. I mean, that's creepy, but like he wasn't.
But maybe he was just really lonely.
I think my
Almost
favorite.
like creepy.
He was an
Robin-
MK programmed slave.
Robin Williams.
The reveal is at the end when he goes to
Nah,
the
he
police interview. He reveals that he himself was sexually abused as a child.
There you go.
That's a little
What,
nugget
Chad?
of truth in the story, right?
Robin Williams live on Broadway was like the most fantastic stand-up I'd ever seen, and I still laugh my ass off every time I see
What year was that?
it.
Like 2012? Was that
No, that
after
was
he
like,
got sober or before?
that was like 2000s when he's still high on cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Pre-Mork and Mindy.
Yeah. Just fucking hilarious.
Mark and Mindy was in the 80s, wasn't it?
Right, but he did all the stand-up, and then he got that job. Then he got onto Mork and Mindy. That was his first role on TV, I think.
I know he was in a lot of good films, but I think the one that I really
the
liked,
one, Zach.
the two that I really like the
Really
best
wanted to tickle her? Yeah.
are Mrs. Doubtfire and 1 Hour Photo.
Mrs. Doubtfire was fantastic too. Yeah.
I'd have to look at all these movies.
Was good.
What about that?
Hello.
I know, that's so good.
Birdcage?
You thought you had
Oh,
Doubtfire,
so
yeah?
good in Birdcage.
Oh, how
What
about
about that one where he was the son of that lady? It was
World
his
According
name.
to
The
Garp?
movie was his name.
Garp?
What?
Garp?
Yes, The World According to Garp. That was a really good movie, I thought.
Shakes the Clown? I thought that was a great movie. The Fisher King? Good movie. Book? Aladdin? Come on, Aladdin. Dude.
What Dreams May Come? That was crazy.
Yeah, Hook was.
What Dreams May
Yeah,
that was one.
The original
dark.
Jumanji, Birdcage. He had a lot of good movies.
Yeah,
Jumanji was.
they're all pretty good, but Mrs. Doubtfire is the one that made me laugh the most.
Good Will Hunting, Flubber,
Good Will Hunting was so good.
Patch Adams, Bicentennial Man. How about that?
Patch. Yeah.
Adams.
Yeah.
Jesus, where the hell is Robin Williams now?
He's dead. He was in The Aristocrats too. He told
I
the joke.
know.
Night at the Museum.
We need some more funny people.
No, we're done. We don't get any more.
Yeah.
We've had our fill. We got our lot. That's your lot.
So
You're done, mate. That's your lot.
So I wonder if he reincarnated.
I don't know. I kind of feel like nobody does anymore.
Yeah, I
kinda
heard
feel
that
like
system's
thing's over
turned
with.
off because this whole
Yeah.
reality is about to shut down. So
Well,
they're
it's
not
gonna
sending any more people in.
transmute into something else.
No, it's shutting down. We're all dead. We're fucked.
Game
We're
over.
not all
Game
dead.
over. Game over. Game over. We'll wake up in the control rooms.
Jared, we need to find the control room before that.
That ain't gonna happen.
Isn't that what The Maze is all about? The movie The Maze.
Remember I sent you that
Sort
link?
of.
You didn't even look at that link in the
Yeah, the
Discord.
event is coming. I know, the rapture. You know what's funny about that, Ellie?
Maze Runner?
I'm going to tell Ellie about this. That you've got, like, the Lightworker crew is talking about how it's an ascension. There's going to be a solar flare, and don't be afraid. Just submit. You know, a lot of submission talk. Just let it pass through you. Blah, take what it happens, blah, blah, blah. Then there's, like, this whole other side of people who are saying it's a solar flare, it's a kill shot, we're all going to die. Let's get underground. That's what the elites are building underground bases for. They've known about this for years. It's funny to see this dichotomy in the same group of people, more or less. That's all I have to say.
So I'm interested about the. You said the energy waves, the heart chakras.
Yes, I heard that from a lunatic.
Well,
too.
because I get random like chest pains all the time, no reason, and I went and had a.
You might want to go to a doctor.
There was a solar flare.
I already did.
It was a solar flare. Yeah.
There was a solar
Did you have an
flare.
EKG?
Yeah, it's
I had
probably
all of it. I had an echocardiogram,
Yeah.
everything.
Did you? So there was nothing wrong.
Nope, not a thing.
does your heart race, or does it? Do you feel like you can't breathe? You have chest pains.
Everything.
Have you had an upper GI? You could have GERD. You could have acid reflux, which will do the same thing.
You're talking.
Although
to
it
a
won't make your
helicopter
heart
mom who
race.
knows everything.
No, you can
Nah,
get.
I had all this shit
I get
happen.
that palpitation feeling like that. It's kind of like a
I
wave
do
that
too.
it comes over you like from the throat, like a wave of like a boom kind of thing. Yeah, and I always get those when when the KP index is high, when there's a lot of solar activity, coronal stream impact.
Cocaine.
I do no cocaine.
No.
Okay, just that sometimes gives heart.
I haven't done coke.
Sudafed too.
33
Well,
years.
I noticed like
33.
sometimes when I eat a lot of carbs.
That's a sugar rush.
Ooh, I wonder if you're hypoglycemic.
That could
Could be like a food allergy or something.
No, you
Do you
could just.
do you ever feel like you're gonna faint?
Wait, do you generally have a low carb diet?
No.
Okay.
It's balanced.
Okay.
I have a no carb diet.
I know. You
Sometimes
rock.
it's like
I lost
sometimes
200 pounds
it's
with no carb, dude. It works.
yeah.
Rough, but I'm doing it.
Sometimes it's random. Like last night was random. Like I took CBD oil, everything. I was in a very calm, relaxed state of mind, and all of a sudden, 2 o'clock in the morning, my heart's like racing like crazy.
What were you dreaming
Because you
about?
felt my energy going around the planet.
Being angry. She was so angry it went all
My
over.
angry energy
probably
going
what it
all
was.
over the planet.
Well, the first thing, like,
there you go.
the first thing I thought was like, man, who the fuck, like, who's mad at me about something, like, because I mean, I could not slow my heart rate down. I had to take like magnesium, all kinds of shit, and it took like 5 hours to finally go back to sleep.
Wow.
Because you were tripping about it.
Well,
You know,
I
I've done that too, where I worry and then I just like psych myself out.
See, I was in a deep sleep
it
though.
worse.
Like it just, I kind of like just woke up.
What time was it?
It was like 2 in the morning.
Hmm.
I went to bed at like 11. I just randomly wake up.
It's the witching hour.
Yeah, I was still kind of
I guarantee she was angry at 2 in the morning. Were you awake?
I was awake.
There
yeah,
you go.
I've
She
been
was angry.
Awake since like I've been awake since like Friday, so I've got like 3 hours of sleep, I think. Dr. Brandenburg was the one. I'm gonna put it in Discord, Leo. The author of the book about the war on Mars. Mars was wiped by a nuclear war.
Right, and Meldeck blew up, and now it's the asteroid belt.
No, Tiamat.
Tiamat, whatever. Maldeck, Tiamat, whatever. And if you listen to, what's that guy's name? Come on, help me out here. Simon Parks' buddy. He's got a weird name. You know, help?
I don't know. I barely know.
It's like win something.
Win Dixie?
Win money. Win Keach. Win Keach. I think his name's Win Keach.
I've never heard it.
Win Keach has memories of being a Pleiadian who was he was doing like the whole Ender's Game scenario, right? Gonna blow up this civilization in a war game, but it turned out it was real. And he says he blew up Mars.
Oh.
I've heard him say.
I haven't heard of that.
It was in some interview years ago.
Be quiet.
What?
So you know I keep talking about the the caves.
I'm alright.
That's the way he is.
James hanging out. They have
Just seen him at the cab, like not. Yeah, pretty dazed out for the whole time.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like, I feel like I have to wear sunglasses, like even when it's cloudy out. Like the sun is just way too bright.
a lot of people say that these days.
You know, and stuff like we're not really equipped to really live in wilderness. Like we're just not adapted to that type of existence. that type of environment. So
have you read any of the early history of the United States and what those people went through? I think we're pretty adaptable. Other than like, injuries and stuff as far as surgery. You don't think you could live in the woods if you had to?
I had to, but you're not you're not designed to live in the woods. This is why we build. This is why we have civilizations. This is why we have cities, because that is our nature. Like, we are not designed to live in the woods. Really not. I mean, you can. I mean, people live in the woods, but what I'm saying is, like, when you like, it's not like other animals that like the animals that live in the woods, the deer, they're equipped to live in those environments.
Well, what makes us not equipped is that we don't have fur on our skin, because the woods provides everything you need to
it sure does.
survive, except for, well, for me it'd be the harsh environment of the cold.
Except for toilet paper.
Downfall of my
comfortable toilet paper.
I mean, if it's death or living in the woods, we could adapt. I really think we could. I think, psychologically we might like have a few breakdowns and like, I don't think we're going to give up though.
We would start cutting trees down and building towns, and I mean, eventually it would turn into a city.
Well, yes, if that was our choice. I thought you meant like if if we had to get the hell out of a town and live, I think people could live.
Well, yeah,
on the land.
We're not designed to live.
I see what you're saying. You're saying we're designed to be around others, to be together, to be a civilization.
If we evolved from millions of years ago on this planet, then why are we not adapted, like fully adapted to everything? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you can live in the woods, but still we're not. You have to have shelter. You have to have all this other stuff.
You don't have to.
It's not like an animal just,
But you don't have to have that. We just choose to have it.
No, you do have to have it.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You don't have to have it. You can
you
live
have
in
to
the
have
woods.
some type- But I'm saying,
Well, you have to have shelter, but I mean, you can find that in a cave. I mean, you have to have common sense and the will to live. I think that's what
you
it
have
is.
to have like some type of layering, some type of clothing on, something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You can't just like be in the woods but as naked. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I saw this movie that had this
Swag.
Jedi
like in
mind
the
trick thing where the people said, the guy was like, I'm cold. And they go, you just think you're cold. You're not cold. It's like he had to like think himself not cold.
You can do
I
that.
don't know if that's possible, but I'll try it. Will you be our experiment?
I do it every day in the wintertime.
And you just think you're not cold?
I am not cold. I am not cold.
Well, it's more like, I don't feel comfortable being in a very hot environment, and I don't feel comfortable being in a very cold environment.
Me either.
And you're not going to find really anywhere on this planet where it's just 70, 60, 70 degrees.
Laguna Niguel, California. That's the one place. Other than that, yeah, you're right.
One or two spots for sure, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's like a comfort thing. Like if it was life or death, I think, we would adapt. Obviously, if we didn't, we wouldn't be here.
Well, look
I don't
at
know.
me.
Unless we just came from Mars. Yeah, unless we're right.
Well, I mean, think about it, like if we originally came from Mars and we lived there for millions and millions of years, it would make sense that it's distance from the sun that you wouldn't, like, it's not that bright. It's not as bright as it is here. It's fucking super bright here. Like, when I see people like not wearing sunglasses and they're squinting, I'm like, why do you do that? Like, fucking wear some sunglasses.
I think the sun is good for your eyes. Although I don't know about the rays these days, but
It's just, man, it's just bright. Like I wear sunglasses when it's like almost dark out.
You know what? I can't even wear sunglasses anymore at all.
I have to.
But the sun is very, very hot. Some days I do notice, like it feels like a laser on my arm when I'm driving, and the sun's beating on it.
Yep. Well, I gotta get going, and I have to actually do some work, fortunately. So.
Yeah, we can get done. We've been on 3.5 hours.
Jeez, it's been that long already?
Well, you guys been out here forever.
Yeah.
Like how?
So cool.
James,
well, thanks for everyone for watching. That
was
really
fun.
Awesome view. And
Good chat.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
it's good talk. Good talk, everyone. I think we did our redemption for last night.
Oh wait, you're recording?
We live streamed this.
Oh, nice. I didn't even know that. I thought it was just a.
Trish, get to sleep.
Now we can let Trish. See, we have to stop so Trish can get to sleep. It's 7 a.m.
Yeah,
now.
Trisha needs to go to sleep.
I feel bad for her because she wants to get out of vampire mode, and now she's like back in it again.
Vampires are a thing.
They are.
Thanks for the hugs. That was fun. And have a good day.
4:53. I thought you were 7 hours ahead. Okay, 5 hours.
Good night, ladies.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Much love. Much love.
Thanks, you guys.
Watch out for the energetic
glad you guys
waves
are
and the
here.
rapture that's coming and all that.
We'll be fine. Nothing's gonna happen.
Just put tinfoil over your head. You'll be fine.